Oh man, I turned too late.
I'm so sorry.
Next time, we'll perfect it by the end of this.
I
But
thought you
like,
forgot to
were gonna
ask
do
if
the
you,
two.
Next time I will do that. I'll do the this. Usually I'm behind a wall when I'm pressing buttons behind the computer, so I'm like, it doesn't matter, they can't see me. Next time, I got you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, I have a thing here that says what I'm supposed to say. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us for session 0 of The World Ends on Thursday. A monster of the week. Sorry. This is good. This is the vibe. I'm so sorry for anyone who tuned in and is really excited because they know me from anything vampire related, because this is not that. This is a Monster of the Week actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. To find all sessions of this game, which there are none yet, visit happyjacks.org/worldendsThursday. We removed the. And to find to find all of our shows on the Happy Jacks Network, you can just visit happyjacks.org. I am Clara. I am the GM. In Monster of the Week, we are called the Keeper. I am the GM of this campaign. It is a slice of life Monster of the Week campaign based on your favorite late 90s, early 2000s shows like Buffy and Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Charmed, because that's what I felt like doing, and you can't stop me. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, starting with Sloan, our producer.
Hello. My name is Sloan, aka Artplebe. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Artplebe, ARTPLEBE, except for Instagram, which is art.plebe. I am a streamer. I am a graphic designer. I'm a tech director. That's all the stuff that I do, mostly.
Whoa. So and that comes to me. Hi guys, it's Teri Gamble back again. You can find me on the internets all over at the Teri Gamble, and I'm really happy to be here. I do a lot of fun things, and this is one of them. So yeah.
I was gonna make a dirty joke, and now
Ooh,
I can't.
that's true. You're right. You were right. You're right on that. I do a lot of fun things. Yes.
Oh.
I was about to
I missed
innocently say Teri is really fun and does fun things, and then it got dirty, and I was like, I don't know if I should say that. No.
I'm so sorry. It's not supposed to get dirty. I feel like I'm supposed to be the adult and not make things dirty.
I am so upset with all of you. Right
Oh no, Mom.
If we can't get dirty, I might have to go home. I might have to go
I'm
home.
gonna tell you this right now. I know for a fact with this table there will be like people flirting with me because they have to flirt with people, and I'm gonna be like, yep.
Oh my gosh. No, you are going to give me so
good.
much back, and I know you will.
We'll see what happens.
Oh.
Sorry, finish your introduction. Shit.
See, the thing is, we can totally get dirty here. I just was gonna be so innocent about it, and then the innocence was taken away. Hello, I am Blythe, and you can find me on the internets at the Blythe Kala. The is there this time. I do a lot of things. I haven't been streaming as much lately, so I'm very happy to be back on Happy Jacks. I write things. I have short films coming out. I'm doing a lot of things right now. And happy Pride, everybody. It's Pride Month.
Yes.
Can we curse on this show?
It is
Yes.
Happy Wrath Month. Yes, it's motherfucking Pride.
Happy motherfucking Pride!
Yeah,
I brought my gay ass cup.
You can't see
Yes.
it on camera because I'm too short, but I have a Pride flag.
Yes. Oh.
So yeah, I'm super happy to be here. Emily,
Hi.
chaos has begun.
Hi, I'm Emily St. James. The Saint stands for I'm a very good person, and there's not going to be any dirty talk on my program. I do various things. I've been on here before. Every time I'm in a game with Blythe, we break shit. So I'm excited to see what happens there. I'm a writer of all sorts of things: television, books, podcasts, things. I write stuff and just leave it on the street corner for people to find. It's always very fun.
That's 95
What I
Theses
found
style.
outside the house.
Yeah.
That's what I picked up.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like you left out your most important title, though.
Oh,
Taylor Swift expert.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Well, here's the thing. I just saw her in concert. And that was
Where'd you go?
New York.
Oh, excuse
Oh,
me.
dang.
I'm going in August in LA.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
afford Taylor Swift tickets. If you want to send me money for Taylor Swift tickets, I don't know how to do that.
This game canonically takes place before Taylor Swift got famous. Will I still work in some way to be obsessed with her?
You work
It's
it into
happening.
19.
Oh my God,
I
is
worked
she
it into the
indie?
1920s, but like I'm like
She's
trying to
indie.
branch out a little bit.
So my clarification is this game only kind of takes place before Taylor Swift. The aesthetic is from before Taylor Swift got famous. I don't really care what you guys bring into the
Okay.
story.
All
We're
right.
the
You're a
90s
you're
Netflix reboot.
Yeah, we're the 90s. This is friends, we're just gonna spoil that now. This is the Netflix reboot of a 90s show is the vibe we're gonna go with.
Hey.
So enjoy your Fuller House, children.
Oh.
I love that we're setting up this like, okay, so here's a show you've never heard
Yeah,
of.
so the show
this is
you've
the
never
reboot of the show you've never heard of, and we're playing it as an RPG.
They kind of just did that as
Yeah.
with Reboot, literally the name of the show this last season. So
Yeah.
It did
Aw,
really
man,
well.
Rest in peace. They got canceled, didn't they?
yeah, that's what was making it bad.
Who hasn't been canceled?
Was that not a reboot of the 90s reboot?
No.
No.
there a show called?
Yeah,
Anyway.
there was an animated
It
show
was-
called Reboot.
No, it's just a show about
just a show.
yeah.
Anyway, the cast.
It's a show about what if there was a reboot
I will
of
say,
another show.
with
like our show.
Emily having had been a GM on this show on Happy Jacks before, there is a vibe of like my mom's at the table being like, "You're doing great, sweetie," but also
doing
she's not
amazing.
rooting for me.
Ooh.
I like being a player because I like trying to break the game.
I like being a GM because I like breaking players. Except that's not entirely true.
Well, okay.
I
then.
have anxiety. Anyway, so yes, this is where we usually do content warnings and but this is mostly a character creation session because it is a session 0. Mom is watching from the house and she's already commenting on it.
Oh my god.
Mom,
Stop it.
stop it. But usually this is around the time I'd be like, hey, there are content warnings. This is a Monster of the Week game. There will be mentions of blood and violence. And because it's a game that I'm running, there's also going to be some generational trauma in there. And we're going to try to avoid things like racism and sexism and transphobia and all of the things we hate. But, you know, sometimes things happen, and we have all discussed safety tools. We all have fun little buttons that no one will press.
Can I press the button? Can we press the button so
I
people
press the
see what happens?
They can't see what happens,
They can't?
but I assure you,
did it?
there's like a
did
a
it?
rave that happens in front of me, so I can tell when people are uncomfortable, and we have all these safety tools in place. Because if you're bad at safety tools, you're bad at sex.
I wish that.
Oh.
Amazing. I really wish that every time I made somebody uncomfortable, a rave happened in front of me so that I could finally get it.
Like, I'm gone.
I finally picked up on the cue.
Yeah, the truth is, someone was like, "Oh, but you're flirting with me," and I said, "I'm not flirting with you." And they said, "But how do you know that?" I said, "Are you profoundly uncomfortable?" And they were like, "No," and I'm like, "Then I'm not flirting with you." You'll know.
Also,
Everyone will be uncomfortable.
I won't know if you're flirting with me ever.
Statistically, humans don't. Like, humans just don't know when we're flirting with them. Anyway,
I don't know when I'm flirting is the problem.
I don't know. When I try, it's upsetting.
Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah. When I try, it's upsetting. That's for everyone. But yes, we all have safety tools in place. We have discussed some lines and veils. We will discuss more as the game goes on, and we need to, because things like lines and veils are living documents and therefore should be nurtured and cared for the way you would a plant. I am nurtured and cared for the way you would a pet. Because
I can't keep a plant
I
alive.
can't keep a plant alive. Anyway, but today we are going to go through a little bit of character creation and character ties, and then probably pivot into a little bit of introductory gameplay. Dun dun dun.
Oh.
There we go.
I'm into it.
Ooh.
I'm into it.
So
Like
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna shut up for a second and turn it over to you guys to introduce the character you're playing and the playbook you're playing and kind of the elevator pitch of the character. Check
Do
it.
we need to cover what the show is one more time
Yeah.
cohesively?
Okay, so there's a show you've never heard of. It aired in the 90s on like the WB. Now the rights have been purchased by Netflix and they've made a reboot, but like you don't know what the original show was. So it is both simultaneously like a remake and a sequel, so it's kind of a requel, sort of.
And
a little
our
bit.
characters are characters on that show.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So for the people who are listening or watching and are really upset because we haven't gotten to the meat of the thing, pretend you are a bored person and you are scrolling through your favorite streaming service that has already signed all the things over to the WGA. And you found this random show and you're like, oh, this is cool. And you vaguely remember it being related to a show that you maybe watched when you were younger, but it's here now. And to be honest, when you looked it up online, everyone's like, why are they making a reboot of this? And that's mostly the articles you can find.
Well,
Anyway.
Well,
Yes.
technically, as a WGA member, I should not be working for Netflix, so maybe I should just leave
That's
right now.
this is Netflix.
Oh, Schmetflix. Okay, great. I can work for them. They're
Yeah,
fine.
they're
Yeah.
great.
We love Schmetty.
We love Schmetty.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Netflix and
It was Netflix and Vibe.
Show.
Schmetflix and Shill.
Shill.
Yes. Mhm.
Schmetflix
You
and
watch
Shill.
Netflix and then you Schmetflix and then you try to like sell things. to
Shill,
each other.
yeah.
You like really
Oh,
like you market
oh.
really
Shill.
hard.
Mhm.
You're
That
like,
makes
actually that makes a lot
Oh,
of sense.
shit. Yeah.
That
Phil.
upsets me on so many levels.
It works so well. We're already gelling.
Yeah.
Guys, we're already gelling.
I'm gonna walk into the sea. Okay. But yes, this do you want shall I explain the setting or do you guys want to bring in character first?
so there was a show that aired in the sorry.
I would love a little setting,
Yeah,
and
give us a
then
setting.
and then we can also recap once we've gone through. I think
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
I'm being like handheld through this and this is fine. This is definitely in person. This we would edit this out otherwise. Sorry, I'm looking at chat.
I almost wanted to like poke someone, be like, yes, it's in person. Look, I can get into the person's space.
I can reach across physical space and touch Teri.
And-
In fairness,
This
when
is
we do
thrilling.
this, it is thrilling.
Technology is crazy.
Touching Emily right now.
This is wild.
Yeah, they do put the GM like out of reach of the players for safety reasons. Oh God.
It just became like 3D.
But yes, so our story will take place in the fictional town of Summerfield, Pennsylvania, founded by Quakers in the whenever Quakers were founding things times.
I love history.
Listen. There's a lot. Summerfield, whose town theme, whose city town motto is "Everything is fine in Summerfield" because it was founded by the Fine family, spelled with a Y. I'm dumb.
I'm
love
obsessed.
Think of it a little bit like your amalgamation of the fake San Francisco charm took place in Stars Hollow and Sunnyvale, where sometimes where everyone somehow kind of knows each other, but also super like it's weird because it's supposed to be San Francisco, and how would you do that? It is just outside the city, as played by Vancouver, and in my head, kind of is just Pittsburgh. It is. It gets all of the seasons. I am told there are 4 of them, and and there is anything we need as far as woods or lake. I don't think there will be a lake, but a river.
Beach episode.
Beach episode. I've never understood why that was significant to people, and then I watched anime, and I get it now.
Oh, you didn't get it when we did a spa episode and
I do remember this
Dying
plot.
Embers?
What a weird time.
Which
Anyway.
I think you can find on happyjacks.org.
That's crazy. Yeah, you can find all our other shows on happyjacks.org.
Ooh, nice
If
plug.
you want to see all of us do weird shit again.
Yes.
Except for Sloan. Sloan is new. Be gentle.
You don't have to be gentle with me.
I was
Don't
like,
be
I was gonna say I don't think
I'm like, wait a minute. I shouldn't.
You do not have to
Hey,
be gentle
hey.
with me.
Hey, let's just simmer down.
okay, Mom.
We're having a nice time tonight.
Having a nice time. Anyway.
Quakers
but yes.
was 1656 to America.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nice. 16. I was going to say early. The problem is whenever I say like 15th or 16th or whatever century, I always get it
17th,
wrong.
yes.
So it is the 17th century, which as Americans, we all learn a lot about the atrocities that are whitewashed in our history. We will not go into them very far, but I will say the Quakers were at the forefront of a lot of abolition and equality because for them, everything was friends. I actually did research for this show. Anyway.
The Quakers are friend-shaped.
They are friend-shaped. Everyone is friend-shaped to the Quakers. But yes, there is a small university, private university, which is Summerfield University. And that is where some of our some of our story might take place. There, it is built in the old town Summerfield, where the city was originally before it expanded, and that's just how cities grow. Again, I actually did research for this, but it's very silly to info dump about the formations of cities over
You're
time.
literally
no.
killing it and loving every second.
And I love hearing about cities because I am a history nerd and I love it.
I'm
just
taking
really
notes
like
on
feed
all
me.
of
I
this.
literally
they-
watch infrastructure videos to calm down when I'm at home. That's
Damn,
my.
that's nerd shit. I love that.
I was like, tell me about the bikes, in Amsterdam.
Tell me about the bike.
Let me tell you about my entire
Ooh.
one shot that takes place. That's how it talks about the LA freeways and
Please. Oh my gosh,
conspiracy to
that is
build them.
my love language right there. So please,
Yeah.
continue
So,
on.
like-
You found your people.
Have you
Listen.
ever watched City Nerd?
Yes.
No.
He should be my husband.
Yes.
City Nerd, if you're listening, let's get married.
Hold on, wait.
Proposal on
I've
the
not
show,
met
y'all.
this person, but I will.
I'm writing it down.
I'm a theme park nerd, so I know about the expansion of theme parks, not
Yes.
cities. But I can get into this if someone wants to send me
It's
some cities.
very
Also get into
similar
that,
when
very
if
similar
you're like
vibe.
super into like zoning laws.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Damn.
Infrastructure party.
Anyway,
I won't
we're
info
gonna be
dump
doing
about
after
the
the show.
zoning laws of Disney things. It's fine.
It's fine. We're all fine here. Everything's fine in Summerfield.
Everything's
Yes.
so fine in Summerfield.
Everything's so
So
fine.
fine.
All right, now please, I'm going to switch to the players
Yes.
because I cannot take this heat anymore.
Hell yeah.
A quote from another Happy Ducks game I was on. So actually, I'm going to start with Emily, who plays our former main character and now part of an ensemble cast. Because again, this is Fuller House.
I'm now the and someone as Rachel Goodnow at the end of
That
the
is
opening
true.
credits.
You got the and. It was a hard fight.
I got the and.
You got
yeah.
the and. You
Yeah.
actually came. You actually come before me in the credits now.
Thank you.
Are you played by who you were played by? In the
Yes,
original
it's the same actor.
Awesome, love that.
Her name is Autumn Westfield.
Important.
She she actually like had a pretty good career. She was nominated for an Oscar for a supporting role in an indie film, released in the late 2000s. She kind of like felt like she was on that Michelle Williams trajectory, but then she like wanted to just take some time off and have her kids and just hang out with her kids. And when she came back, the roles just weren't there. And like Netflix was like, "Do you want to come back?"
Schmetflix.
And Schmetflix was like, "Do you want to come back and play this role again?" She was like, "I don't know." Then they gave her a lot of money. Anyway, I am playing the character Rachel Goodnow as interpreted by Autumn Westfield in the famous 1990 series, whatever it's called. Now this
We
is
had a name for it. I can't remember what we called it though.
I just don't know what I just did there. That just happened. I'm playing the expert. The basic idea is that Rachel was the star of the original show. She was kind of the chosen one character, and now she's a mommy blogger, and she lives in a really big house with her like hot, extremely normal husband, and her kids, about whom we may hear more in a second. And she remembers very little of the past. Like she knows a lot, but she is the expert, so she knows a lot that like the supernatural's going on. But she just thinks she just knows that. She doesn't remember all the stuff that happened in the original series, which honestly, if I was watching a reboot of an original series where the character that I loved, played by Autumn Westfield, who had kind of a rough career recently, suddenly just didn't remember things, I might be really frustrated by that. But as a player, I'm excited to explore the adventures of Rachel Goodnow, played by Autumn Westfield.
I was gonna say, we do love amnesia as a plot device.
Yeah, it's one of the things people love. People love when there's amnesia.
It means that I get
love
to
it.
explain things to you.
Some people might find that, frustrating, but I think that if the Locked Tomb series has proven anything, it's that there is a small group of feral fans who love that shit.
Listen,
Yes.
listen. A whole book. I'm going to do an episode in second person now. Now that you've brought this up, I'm doing a whole episode in second person. So
That's going to be
Ready for that?
very confusing as the GM of this show.
no,
My brain
I'm
is already
going to
broken
make you
thinking about
roll.
that for
Is
you.
what's going to happen.
Did you just volunteer? Did you just threaten mutiny? Is it called mutiny? I don't know what this
Yeah,
is.
mutiny,
Yeah.
where someone takes over from you. Yeah.
Yeah, is it mutiny?
I think that would be fun.
I'm not opposed to it, but like, let's get this.
It's very important for me to know that my husband's name is Greg and that he's very hot and very normal. And that like in the original series, there was like a love triangle. We won't talk about the other person, but Greg was like the
Oh.
guy.
he exists.
Greg was the guy who won out, and like the fans were like. Actually, I think the fans were all happy about that.
I think there was a poll,
Oh,
a
they were
write-in
rooting
poll
for
at
it.
the time,
Yeah.
and they actually sent in like
They tried to kill him off, and they were like,
They
"We're
actually
not doing
A
it."
writing
sent
campaign.
in footballs
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
the studio
Yeah.
to
Jesus.
like make sure that Greg was the person that.
If
he
you
the football
bought a 12 pack,
He's a football player, but now he's a. I'll explain later.
yeah,
okay, got it,
if
got it,
you
got it.
bought a 12 pack of Barks root beer, there would be a little card in there that you could like put if who you wanted like Rachel to end up with, and you could put it in like a little box.
Also, Dork Lord Canada, thank you. I have been informed that it is not a mutiny; it is a coup.
I think it's a shame that we can't have mutinies on land. As somebody who hates both the water and the air.
Cool,
Sorry.
cool,
That's
cool.
fine. That's fine. I won't take
sorry.
down on your character
sorry.
at all.
It's okay. Hey,
I'll
hey,
I'll
hey!
Whoa.
I
Whoa.
haven't even done anything.
Not yet.
But yeah, I wanted to clarify that Greg is my type, which is hot and normal.
Hot and normal is my
I
type.
love that.
What is even that? I'm obsessed
My
with
type
whatever
is the
that
odds are
means.
good, but the goods are odd.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Blythe,
Uh,
I'm so sorry.
I am not normal.
This was. What did I say?
The goods are odd.
The oddest good. I
Uh,
apologize.
I was trying to get away from the self-deprecating. I'm not hot or normal, so we'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh.
Hi, I am playing Bastian Goodnow, who may or may not share a similar last name to Rachel Goodnow. I am her son. I am her college-aged son.
So proud of you. All the time, every day.
Every day I wake up and I'm
College-aged transgender son who is just trying so hard, but has been summoned to maybe end the world and doesn't quite know how that's going to happen, so he has feelings about it, so he's kind of emo.
Is that your playbook?
Yeah,
The Summoned?
the summoned.
The Summoned comes to us from, oh god, I should have looked this part, remembered this part. I did so much research and I forgot this. Summoned is bonus content, and I think it is written by a third party. We'll double check what that third party is later.
And yeah, my whole thing is that I was summoned to bring the end of the world, and I was born kind of mysteriously almost. It wasn't quite planned. And I also
I'm
have
your
two
mom.
sisters.
But I'm your mom.
You're my mom, yeah.
Aww.
But it's Craig, my dad.
Greg is you?
I assume so. I think so.
Is the hot normal one my dad?
I don't know. I mean, I do know. I'm the god, but you know.
For a while there, I was worried, but then we had Rowan, and she's just a little bit, she's got the sight. So, I think that
Love
some
that.
of my genes just came through, is what I'm saying. I can't do the Midwest voice. That's not this one.
I mean, so
Keeps creeping out.
Pittsburgh is like as far west as you can get and still be the East, but it's basically the Midwest. I'm gonna get fought on this, I'm sure, but also
yeah.
I say yins, so you can't
Yins.
be
Yins.
that
Yeah.
mad at me.
Can-
Pittsburgh is east.
Yins, Jans, Johns. It's east.
Pittsburgh, it's like right there.
It's
Sure.
the border. It's
Yeah,
the border.
sure,
I
the
guess
border.
you.
It's the borderland.
Good.
So yeah, that's who I'm playing, everybody. Teri, who are you playing?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, sorry. Hi. I don't know because it doesn't say on my thing here. But because I think I got my name in late to Kimmy. But here we are. Oh, I know. I swear I put it in
You're
chat
playing
somewhere.
Terry. It says you're playing Terry.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're-
hi guys.
We're always kind of
Let's start that
playing.
again. Hey, I'm playing a person today. I'm playing Logan Julian. The Hex. A person with two first names. You love it. I felt
love
that.
it.
You were like, yep. And my pronouns for character are Zers, because nothing's more fun than having pronouns that people insist are annoying, but I love as a Zer.
We support neo pronouns.
Yeah.
For the pronouns here, I'm gonna.
I've had people be like, "What?" I was like, "It's Zser." Just I like saying because it feels like Caesar. And I'm in power.
I feel very silly in French when I do it, but I do love these.
Zers.
Like,
Zers.
they're fine.
Merci.
They're fine.
Merci.
I like it when you get real fancy with the X's, and
Yes.
then it's still these there,
These are,
but it's
yeah.
not the next.
I love it. I love an X. And I love you all. So yes, so I'm very excited to be here. I am a college student, but not just an undergrad student. I am a grad student. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, you know. Ooh, you like that? You're like,
Yeah,
ooh, you're
I'm into
smart.
it.
We love
yeah.
academia here.
We love a grad student. So I'm working very hard at the university, at the Summerfield University, and I'm studying linguistic anthropology, as you do, but also maybe dealing with some occult things, and some witchy things. Maybe summoning some things.
On witches.
We love witches.
We love witches.
Very inspired by a Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that show.
You may have heard of it.
Never
Hasn't
heard
been
of
on
it.
for a while.
I don't
so.
have a tattoo to it or anything.
Okay,
Do
cool.
Yeah, I do. 5x5.
Oh, that's cool.
It was my first tattoo.
That's
Look at
very
that.
cool.
I love that so much. Okay. Sorry. Okay. And I'm just working hard, trying to figure out what to do with my life. I feel like there's a lot of things that are possible. Also trying to harness my power, maybe as a witch, trying to figure out what I can do around here. So a lot of strange things it feels like that happen here like every week. I don't know.
It's crazy.
It's kind of wild, and so I'm just trying to make my way through this town. But I am happy to hang out with some of the undergrads and students. I might have one that hangs out around a lot, and it's just like, maybe I'm your only friend, but I'm okay with that. I don't know. It happens
You are
sometimes.
my only friend.
You're my best friend.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, it is very, So it's sometimes it's I love that. I love my students. I love working with the kids at the school, and I love academia, so that's why I'm doing something like linguistic anthropology.
Oh, I forgot to
yes.
say that I was majoring in music.
Are you majoring in music this year?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I'm in your
God.
Emo kid.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was like, where's your band? Is it just
All the
you?
music majors that I knew at school were the saddest people in the whole school.
Correct.
So,
I'm
Yeah.
feeling really attacked.
were you a music major?
Not for long.
Yeah.
There's
Correct.
something, about like, we're working through our things, and we got to do it sometimes through music, and I get it. As a former music theater person, no, I'm. Oh, you love it! Oh my God. Okay. I think that's good. Do I have anything else I'm missing?
For now, I think you're good. Also, I apologize. I have I have a cup that has a little D&D dice at the top of it, which is why there's like rattling.
It's ASMR.
Oh, it's ASMR. It's
good.
very nice.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
This is the ASMR episode.
No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Hold on.
Broken.
Shut that right now. The convenient thing about sitting right next to the soundboard. If I don't like it, I just turn it off.
Apparently this is I'm now just at war with Sloan. Speaking of, do you
Oh
want
my.
to introduce your character?
Yeah.
I would love to. Okay, I am playing the Divine Playbook. I am playing an angel named Michael. No relation. Michael uses she/they pronouns. And she is like new to Earth. I think she's taking it all in. She was brought here for a mission and then kind of decided to stick around. Yeah, mysteries. We'll find out more about that.
Crazy.
But yeah, she's lovely. She just pops up everywhere, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. That's it. Wonderful.
Send me
And-
an angel. That's all I got in my head now.
but yes. Oh God, now I have to like keep running this game. But yes,
We can
everyone-
vamp. Do you
We
need?
can vamp. I just wanted to. Well, so the first things, I don't have the playbooks, and I do have playbooks in front of me. I just don't have your playbooks in front of me.
I can
because-
hand.
Yeah, do you
we
wanna
can
just-
share?
Well, no, because we have to do a little bit more character creation setup, and I just want to make sure that we do this in order all together. So I have a playbook up, and we will walk through it together.
Awesome.
The really cool thing I love about Monster of the Week is that it is very easy to start and does sort of it kind of front loads a lot of character ties, so that you don't have to meet in a tavern because you can if you'd like to.
I mean, I already know her.
I mean, you could. Yeah,
Have
that
we?
is true.
Yes, you're.
I live in your
You're my
basement.
you're my son. Yes. Did you know that Bastian can play 7 different instruments and he plays them all perfectly? And he, for
biggest
my
fan.
last birthday, played me a song that he'd heard from the future. And it was by a young woman named Taylor Swift. And it was so beautiful.
Hold on, can I check the timestamp? 41 minutes. 41 minutes, everybody.
I just was overwhelmed.
Expert.
You're overcome with the spirit of Taylor Swift. Thank you.
I only know the words to All Is Well.
Okay. All too well.
All too well.
See, I didn't even get that right.
Damn.
I think it would be great if you just like for your mom's birthday sang her a like weird 10-minute breakup song
Yeah, it was specific to
that
Taylor's
she had
version.
never heard before.
That does remind me. One day we will do an Everything Everywhere all at once, but we're all gonna be versions of eras of Taylor Swift.
I
Anyway,
gotta learn about Taylor
The
Swift.
eras. Yeah. Sorry. You're in.
10-minute song. Because my friend made me do it at karaoke with her.
that's insane.
Oh yeah. I had somebody
10
do
minutes?
I had somebody do it with costumes recently at a private event that I went to.
I'm not gonna
They
lie,
showed up with
it's
wigs and it was
Banging song.
the most epic thing I've ever seen.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Anyway. Everyone on the on their sheet. I'm trying so hard.
That's a really good segue.
I'm
Don't break the momentum. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
So everyone has on their sheet first ratings. It could be wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're good.
Everyone has ratings. Monster of the Week goes through, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stats that you can work with. Charm, cool, sharp, tough, and weird. For those who do not know, charm is charming people. Cool is, honestly, I always struggle with cool. Usually, for me, cool is either like acting under pressure, but sometimes cool is doing a sick ass trick because that's who I am as a person.
100%. You're staying calm under pressure.
Yeah, I
You're
literally
doing
am
a
acting
sick
under
ass
pressure.
trick.
Doing a sick ass trick. We have where is it? Sharp. If I'm correct, sharp is the what we use to investigate things, like and look around. It's your perception. Tough, which is beating things up or failing to get through a door. Thank you,
Those
Gideon.
guns. Sloan's got their guns out and I don't know what
Yeah,
to
for
do.
those of you joining us later on the podcast, Sloan has whipped out her guns, and she whipped
Their
out their
guns
guns,
are
and their guns are there.
I got them guns. Can we delete that part?
I don't know. I don't know how much we edit, but I don't think it's that much.
Mark this. We're back.
I think we have to keep it now.
And
Oh,
fittingly, the last stat is weird. Your weird score is usually the one that you cast magic with, or use the sight with, or do something just bonkers. I take weird for that came out weird. I will accept weird as a roll stat for a lot of things because,
especially in this game, we got it. I think this is already
Connecting to the strange, wild shit that happens around you.
yeah, it's almost like it's a game about the supernatural.
Pulling on the strings of fate in the universe.
okay.
So yes, everyone should have selected a ratings line. Monster of the Week does pre-load them for you based on your archetype.
I just looked for the one where the cool was -1. I picked that.
love that for you.
I'm
Find where mine are.
fine. So,
I was
so it
gonna-
should be on the second page.
Second page.
You have a funky one. But I gotta pull up my
Oh.
Oh, they're there.
Yes. So you've got a bunch of
found
different
it.
lines, and you can choose which line you want. I have selected my line.
Is it the one where toughness is 2?
You know it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Weirdly enough, toughness is 2 on all of mine.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, it's because your whole thing is being a bad omen, but like you can fight things.
you're ripped.
Wow.
Bastian's jacked.
Bastian is like skinny, but then you didn't realize, like secret jacked.
Those are my favorite.
Secret
love
Jack
Secret
is
Jack.
good.
Ooh.
Michael is also
Unsuspecting.
like Secret Jack.
Because he's always wearing long sleeves and like he's always got sleeves to here. Like they're always covering.
Oh, with the thumb hole?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I love a thumb hole.
I You don't ever see, like, he's always just kind of like,
Yes, with the slouch.
Yep.
I love this small boy.
Always has, like,
Excellent.
sweaters and, like,
I love
sweater
this.
jacket things that are, like, pockets that he can bury himself into.
Angst, strength.
Wears
Yes,
Converse
correct.
and Docs exclusively.
Together?
Yes.
Yes.
Skinny jeans may or may not have a hole in one of, like, one knee.
Oh, I was thinking you like rip the outside canvas off the Converse and like paste it over the leather of the dock.
Oh, I was just thinking you get a Doc too big to wear over the Converse.
Honestly, it's pretty tight. Anyway, next portion. Should we say what ratings we've taken?
Yeah.
You can't even like.
Yeah,
It's,
well,
I was gonna say it's gonna be a bunch of numbers, but why don't you talk? Pick the like at least mention like your highest and your lowest stat, so people can kind of see the vibe of the character.
100%.
Yeah,
I can go first since I was being annoying about it.
you aren't. Go on.
But I have a 2 in cool and toughness, and I am so bad at charm and sharp. And my weird is like middling. It's literally a 0. So
Yeah.
I have nerfed myself, but I've also made myself a buff bitch.
Honkin.
Honkin is so accurate.
Honkin is correct. Emily, you have your. Did you pick yours?
I did. My top is I have a +2 in sharp because I see things.
Eyes on the back of your
I
head.
have a -1 in cool because I was going to ask Blythe if they think I'm a cool mom. And
You're really cool.
thank you. I'm going to change all my stats. Now I have a +4 in cool.
I will not let you have that. You
I have
cannot
a, I have
start
a
with
-1 in cool.
+4.
I just also want to note I have a +1 in tough, which is not as good as some of my friends here, but I like to think that Rachel's like a really buff mom.
Love
It's the
that.
carry. Listen, I assume that most of early childhood is you fighting toddlers. So like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fist
yeah.
fighting toddlers.
My actual real baby has started being very squirmy, and that is a lot of work. It's
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh my
work.
gosh, they're so strong.
They're
All of a
so-
sudden they get that like.
They get baby
Hold
strength,
strength.
and then they have tiny baby nails.
Yeah.
Baby nails hurt.
Yep.
Baby nails
They
hurt.
hurt
They
badly.
hurt so badly.
It's crazy that they're equipped with those.
Like little kitties with talents.
It's like
I love
tiny
it.
kittens with talent.
Yes.
Terry, what are your stats?
Oh my gosh, my stats. I'm going with charm +1, cool -1. Even though I still think I'm cool, but I am a linguistic grad student, so
I think you're cool.
thank you. I think I'm cool too, but I don't know if everyone else in this town does.
Mhm.
Sharp +1, tough 0, and weird +2.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think all of yours have weird as +2
Yep.
for the magic.
Hex is a
Yeah.
little weirdy guy.
And
Yeah.
what do you mean?
And the hex does have some other extra fun things that you have to go. You and I will have to deal with off camera, or we can kind of do in the moment, which are your rotes, and we will get to those when we get to them.
Yes.
And then Bastian, what kind of angle are you going with?
All right, so -1 charm, +2 cool, but I'm playing this in the can act under pressure and help out
Absolutely.
mentality, not in the I'm actually cool mentality.
Yeah.
I'm just very used to things not going my way.
I think you're very cool. I just want you to know that.
Thank
Your mom thinks you're cool.
No one else does. Even my sisters find me annoying. All right.
That's your sister.
They're wrong.
0 sharp, +2 tough, because all of them have +2 tough,
They do.
and -1 weird, because I don't actually use magic very often.
That is true. That leans into what we were talking about. Yes. The next step, you get 3 summon moves. I think everyone actually gets 3. Let me double check. But
Yeah, I'm trying to.
there are a shit ton of moves to choose from. That is the technical term. And by that I mean like there's like 6. You get 3. You look like you've already prepped, Sloan.
Oh, I had these completed 2 weeks ago.
Do all of yours have one that? Nope. Mine the only one that makes you pick. Like, there's
No,
one
no,
that
there are a couple of playbooks that have one that automatically
Oh no, I meant of
applies.
all of ours. Like of
Oh, from
ours
all of
and
ours.
maybe- Yeah.
Sorry.
Some of them let you pull from other playbooks.
Yeah, mine is. I'm dedicated to the freakish. That's
Nice.
one that it makes. No, it's not good.
Terrible. Awful. I hate that.
You're weird and people react badly is the first line of it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can so the vibe of the summoned is you are the child from the omen.
No, I know. I am Damien.
Yeah, you are Damien.
Anything
So
for you.
yeah, people don't love Bastian. It's been like that since he was small.
It's the reason he's sad and makes music.
Yeah, and one of the ways that I've kind of like leaned into for that is like Bastian's fine, but like it's crazy that like there are tons of like people falling and skinning their knees around him without them like or like
Literally.
yeah, or like just sometimes you close a door and a mirror breaks and we've never figured out why that happens, but yeah.
I didn't walk under the ladder, but someone else did and got 7 years of bad luck.
Mhm. So you just kind of just bad vibes all around. But yes, so there are moves for you to choose from. Sloan did their homework and pre-planned this, and I'm so proud.
I have an addictive personality.
Like I know everything about my character. I feel bad because you were like the last person I got like. No, you're the second last person I got like backstory stuff too, or not backstory world stuff. Because
Listen, I'm just happy to be here.
honestly, I'm happy you're here. We've ended the war.
We're at peace
We're
again.
at peace again.
Truthfully, there's one actually that like I'm looking at, and I'm not sure which way I'm going to go because the divine has some helpful things where they can heal, but there's also one where I can banish people, and I'm like, I'm interested. I can always take that one later.
Yeah, you always
But-
can. That's part of leveling up.
I don't know.
I
I should
mean-
probably take a little healing, maybe just a little bit.
Who knows? I
Don't
Yeah.
say it like that,
You-
God.
Listen, John. I ask you to do this so that I can look at your sheets later and mess
Cause
ar-
problems.
and not cause problems. Tailor problems to your solutions.
I love that. You're
Yeah.
You
brilliant.
said tailor problems to my solutions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, if all of you are oriented towards like tough, there are more things to punch. If all of you are oriented towards sharp, there are going to be more things to investigate. That is
I wanted to be more oriented to sharp, but this is not really the playbook for that.
No.
I wonder. I mean, what if you change some of the playbook things?
I mean, you can. I will say the reason that the playbooks are theoretically the reason that the playbooks preload things is because your moves will utilize those stats.
Oh yeah.
So I would be worried for you if actually let me double check.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I would just do a +1 to cool and +1 to sharp, and then move some things.
You just can't go over the two.
Yeah.
So if you feel free to move things around. You may nerf yourself on accident. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, I'm actually quite dumb, and just there is a playbook that literally does what I'm talking about. There is literally one that does this, and I just didn't read,
Excellent.
so we're good.
Cool.
I'm a smart person who looks at things.
Okay, I gotta decide. I'm making a decision. I'm doing it.
Doing what?
You like my song?
Banishment or healing?
I'm dancing. I love all your
You'll
music.
never know.
I have to know, please.
You'll never know.
I feel like I've cornered myself into having to write a song for this.
I feel like I've
Yep.
dug my own grave a little bit in the like I am the goblin player at all of my tables, and now I have the table of goblin players.
He
And
who. He who.
everything's fine.
You
everyone's
absolutely
fine.
conjured that to you.
I did manifest this. It was bad. It is bad. I
am gonna take the lay on hands and save the banishment for later because I think it's a cool in the arc of the show having a reveal later on in the season where it's like this being from beyond like in the universe has started to harness their power more effectively in this human form, and they are like learning how to deal with problems instead of just hitting them really hard, which is currently what she's all about.
I love that in part because we will level up in this. Monster of the Week does have level up mechanics, and also as Alex said in chat, narrative arcs are tight, and I love them.
Narrative arcs are tight.
Mhm.
Love that.
I love a good narrative arc, especially one that I didn't write.
Love that.
We sat down and you guys wrote most of this story for me. It was very
That's
nice.
the beauty of games,
Yeah.
baby. Especially
Oh
with
my
folks
God.
like this who are like, just let me at it.
Yeah.
Go!
Oh my God, collaborative
That was a little
storytelling, crazy.
No, I'm not mad. You can do whatever you want to do over there, Sloan. I am enjoying this show tonight.
So yes, moves picked. Yes.
Yes.
No?
Yes, good.
What
Good to go.
what hath you wrought?
Oh, you would like to know?
Yes, I would like to know.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So, I have a move called Angel Wings,
Mhm.
which means I can go instantly anywhere I've visited before, or to a person I know well. I can also carry 1 or 2 people with me, but I have to roll for it. And it's a stat that I'm not good at. So that's awesome. I also have Smite. Your body and divine weapon always count as a weakness against the monsters you fight. Your unarmed attacks are 2 harm, intimate, hand, messy. So I'm just punching the fuck out of people.
Good to know.
And then I have Lay on Hands. My touch can heal injury and disease. I roll cool and can heal people of harm or illness depending on how well I roll.
Wonderful.
Yoo-hoo.
Logan. What
Oh,
do I
hey.
got?
Hi guys, back again. So I have a bad luck charm. Cool.
Ooh.
That's pre-given to me. Thank you. Hexbook.
I was gonna say, I didn't do that. I want to tell you guys now. I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I believe you. Maybe. Okay.
Wish. Wish
Um.
I was that conniving.
Okay. Bad luck charm. Whenever you use magic and miss, the backlash never affects you directly if there's someone else around to hit.
Ooh.
It'll go for allies, other hunters, and innocent bystanders. Kind of like your life, right? Like how when you're walking around. Sometimes
I
every so
am the
often
bad luck charm.
you are. Sometimes every so often it might even hit an enemy. Okay. Cool.
I
gonna tell you
love
this
that
now.
so much.
I'm gonna tell you this now. I'll likely roll for it, and I roll like shit.
Well, we'll see, because you're all of a sudden your luck's gonna be turning. I have a feeling. Yep. No, let's talk about this. Okay. I don't like what you're doing over here. Okay. Now I said everything was cool. I lied. Okay. Now we're gonna. My other moves are cast the bones. Once per mystery, you may perform some kind of divination, tarot, casting the runes, reading entrails, or something like that, to glean information about the future. When you seek guidance by divination, roll sharp. On a 10+, hold 2. On 7 and 9, hold 1. On a miss, you get some information, but it's not what you want to hear. Spend those holds to ask any question from the investigative mystery move, or one of the following questions. What can I gain from this person, place, thing, or creature? Who has touched this person, place, thing, or creature before me? The keeper will answer truthfully with either a direct answer or how to find out more.
Yeah.
All right. And then I have one more, and I was going to do like a healing
love
thing, but it sounds like Sloan has just did a healing thing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
also I have to do a healing thing. If you're into healing, we can also both have healing.
You do realize the more healing you have, the more I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay, great. So should I do something else, guys? What do you?
Follow your heart. Like
Follow your
honestly,
heart. You
I'm
can-
into. If there's nothing that you like better, take the healing.
Okay.
You can always level to more healing later.
Okay.
I also really suck at combat in this game, so who knows what's gonna happen.
We'll see what happens. All right. Well,
Combat can get pretty brutal.
then maybe that's
it
true.
can.
All right, fine. I'll keep it for now, and then I add something that I think is my next thing next.
Is that this might sting?
This might sting. You can use magic to heal 3 harm, but the process is exceptionally painful.
Ooh, that's tight.
On a 7 and 9, it also leaves a gnarly scar.
Nice.
Sick.
I mean,
Nice.
scars are hot, so here we
Kinda
are,
hot.
just
Yeah.
to bring the pain.
That's awesome.
I mean, to
I
heal.
love that.
Yeah, that.
I love it very much.
What you got, Bastian?
I picked one. I am between the other two because, as we know, I am freakish. Which basically means I can't manipulate people or like get them. It's very hard to win people over, including you all. According to this move.
I think that's not going to be true for me, but we'll see.
Aw, Mom.
I love the like.
It just means I'm a
Work
really
through
bad
it.
liar. You never believe my lies.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I
That I
can see
believe.
that. Yeah. Mhm.
So I picked What Are You Looking At? When you talk to a monster capable of reason and speech, it recognizes you and your potential. If you ask what it knows, pick one for the keeper to reveal. Tell me something about where I'm from, tell me something about my destiny, and tell me something about who I really am, or tell me something about the apocalypse. And I have Bastian very much does not want the world to end, so I figured that was a good move to choose. But the two in between are Mayhem or Why So Serious? And
The emo kid just came out.
Just now?
No, I mean always, but it just keeps coming.
I have a purple and black striped shirt I will absolutely be wearing per stream.
I'm gonna take psychic
Damn.
damage during this stream.
But so Mayhem allows me to grab a large object and use it as an improvised weapon, and it's basically like I can do more damage and hurt people. Or Why So Serious is if I cap off a move with an appropriate one-liner, the team gets +1 forward.
Do it. Do it. Do that one. Do that one.
That's
Do that one.
really good.
That's fun as hell.
Yes, 100%.
So I will do that one.
A one-liner.
I'm already in love. I love this
You
character so
actually
much.
get one more because you're forced to have freakish.
Do I?
think. Yeah,
says-
you get all the basic moves plus 3 summon moves. You get this one.
And then says pick 2 of these.
Oh, then I'm a liar.
I would have loved one more move, but I am an honest player sometimes.
Damn. Yeah, sorry.
What'd you pick?
I only get 2 expert moves, which
They're usually
Fine.
pretty good moves.
It's
No,
because
they're
you'd be
great.
too
They're great.
powerful.
I kind of just came out like I liked all these, but I decided to just sort of lean into my whole vibe here. So one is called Often Right. When a hunter comes to you for advice about a problem, give them your honest opinion and advice. If they take your advice, they get +1 ongoing while following your advice, and you mark experience.
Hell yeah.
So,
Tight.
group mom. And then the other one is Dark Past. If you trawl through your memories for something relevant to the case at hand, roll +weird, and then I get to ask questions of Clara.
I get to info dump.
Yeah, you get to info dump. I'm really interested in playing around with repressed memories, I guess. So it's a jolly time.
Ah, cool. It's crazy that we'd have metaphors for generational trauma and repressed issues in this game. It's weird.
You're a great mom.
I do like that when we talked about these characters, you were like, we made it very clear, like, you're a great mom.
Yeah.
Like, you have a great you're a great mom. You and your husband are great parents.
We're very in love.
All of
You're
my
very in
issues
love.
have to do with the fact that I'm supposed to bring about the end of the world, not you,
That's an external force, so as
Yeah.
far as we know.
as far as we know.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Boop, boop, boop. The expert does get a haven. We're going to talk
Ooh.
about...
Hell yeah.
So all the playbooks now kind of start to diverge. So the last thing you guys all have together is gear.
Yeah.
You do not have to fully choose gear right away if you don't want to. I am open and amenable to the essentially the leverage flashback whenever we need it. If you're not that we're going to be doing that many like crazy things, heists where you will have to explain to me why you're carrying 50 feet of rope randomly.
Would I have to explain to you
Well-
why I would have a rocket launcher? That's one of my options.
Hold on.
Who made this?
Wait, what are your weapon options?
Holy shit, you just get giant hold
I
on.
picked the one I want.
So when
'Cause
Bastian...
I want the hell sword.
Yeah, you can have a hell sword. Oh my god, perfect.
I
You
get
can
a
have hell sword.
gigantic hell sword, but the options are super hand cannon, machine gun, rocket launcher, automatic shotgun, and red right hand, which I almost picked for the Nick Cave reference.
That's
I love Red Red Hand.
really cool.
So,
That's really cool.
GMs
I
who
love
might
that
be
song.
using right.
I
GMs who
am
might be using third-party playbooks for projects. Double check all of the playbooks because sometimes they surprise you.
Those are some
Fully
weapons.
missed that.
So when Bastian turned 18, his dad took him
Yeah,
down
actually,
to
good.
Dave and Buster's, and he won so many tickets that he got a rocket launcher.
Actually,
I actually
I'm picking
have-
the red right hand.
Are you sure?
Switching. Yeah.
I actually have something for you guys. I'm gonna run past you.
Is it a
later.
rocket launcher?
I have a rocket launcher because I'm a bit all about props. I will bring you a Nerf rocket launcher. You
Wait.
cannot use it on me.
Ooh.
No, do not. You do not get a rocket launcher.
My brain was like, is there a Nerf rocket launcher?
I have. No, it's not. I have the minigun.
It's Nerf for nothing, baby.
I don't want to shoot it at anyone. I just want to shoot. I've never seen this.
It's crazy. There's like it's battery operated. I've never felt more powerful in my life. Anyway, so everyone can look at their gear and let me know if there's any other huge surprises, I guess. You do not. I would like you to not have a rocket launcher.
I'm not taking the rocket launcher.
Now, do we think Rachel would have a flamethrower?
I actually think you would in your basement. Okay. Here's the thing.
Is that an option?
Yep.
Yeah. You will fight monsters. I am open to the idea of like essentially, well, you have divine weapons, so I don't know how yours manifest. I am open to things like even the rocket launcher we can like I would be willing to like figure out how to paper over. But
I just like the idea that Bastian, as the summoned, could go to a Dave and Buster's, and they would be like, "Here's a
oh yeah,
rocket
it would just
launcher."
be that is sort of the vibe that we're going for is the like good omens-y kind of, you happened to find a rocket launcher at Dave & Buster's. You happened to find a flaming sword at a garage sale, that sort of thing.
Are we saying what gear we took?
I would love to know the gear you took.
I took a cold iron sword, a magical dagger, and a shotgun. And I think these are all things that
That's
she
tight.
really hasn't used since she was like 18. So, but she's got the skills.
That's freaking tight. Love that.
I love that. You
Toy
said magic dagger?
Wait, wait, wait.
Yeah, the magic dagger.
Awesome.
noise.
You have the red hand?
Yeah. Honestly, I can't pass up
What
the
are the
reference.
tags on that?
What a good song.
3 harm hand magic.
Shit.
He just does this. He just flips off the monster and it just does shit.
Did not expect, because I didn't get a full chance to read over this, how tough this character is, which is kind of great because I'm the most unassuming looking
It
person.
gives what is it? Kelp vibes, Evan Kelp vibes. If you've seen that actual play. Anyway,
Oh, I also get 2 heavy weapons.
Amazing.
you can
Yeah.
always Jesus, I cannot believe. Yeah, if you're gonna use third-party content, just double check it before you use it. Check for mold, check origins. Sorry, Sloan, you're giving me the I know what I picked.
Ooh.
I don't quite know.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I have a list, but I'm caught. I'm caught because originally I was like, I'm committing to the angel thing. I'm gonna do this this image of an angel that is very much related to the Christian angel and be like, fuck you. No, they're not. They took that. This is the real thing.
The real origin.
Yes. So I do have a flaming sword here that's available for me, and I'm very interested in it. But there's also a fucking silver trident that's so cool. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
So
Wait, did you have a secret one though? Because I got one that was oh, you also get 2 heavy weapons, so I also got a sword.
No, I get divine armor is my extra thing.
Ah.
But I also have I took a move that gives me more my smite move is a punchy move.
More
still gotta hit stuff.
Yeah. So I've got extra stuff, but this is going to be my
God.
main weapon. I'm really into the flaming sword idea.
I love a flaming sword, and flaming swords show up in a lot of other mythology. It's not.
I also like the idea that you might have inspired the angel, but you are not that angel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also and we've already talked about their backstory as far as the where Michael comes from and why they're and who they work for and why they're here. And I have made it as open and nebulous as you want it to be. Because I kind of first, my thing is I like fantasy bureaucracy. Everything else is up to you. So yeah,
I'm hesitantly flaming sword, but I'm looking at that trident. I'm looking at it.
Ooh.
I wish you could have both. I wish you could have a flaming trident.
Oh.
But the trident is silvered, which is really
the flaming sword. I mean, here's the thing. Again, you level up, and I think you can grab more gear later.
I'm thinking about it.
We'll see. I mean,
Okay.
something could happen. Your flaming sword could go out, and then you'll need a trident.
Why would you say that?
Oh,
Can I ask a
Ooh.
clarifying question?
yes.
She's coming for your
mermaids.
sword.
For
That's
real.
what I just heard. Sorry,
First of all,
what?
that felt very pointed.
No,
What just
in this-
happened?
I heard about tridents and I was like,
In this, possibly,
excellent. Okay.
What was
Right.
the question that was asked?
are mermaids real?
There's gotta be mermaids.
There's got to be mermaids. We've already established there's a goblin market. So.
Yeah.
My understanding of Buffy is that it's all the mythology smashed together.
Oh yeah, we're going full Lost Girl. We're going full Buffy.
Mhm.
Anything that. Have you not seen Lost Girl?
I gotta tell you, I've never even heard of Lost Girl.
Oh,
Oh,
Lost
buddy.
Girl.
Okay,
So
you're
sorry.
in for a treat. It's good. It's ridiculous. So in Lost Girl, one of the things is that it's a monster of the week as well, and one of the things is they refer to everything as a kind of fae, even if it's a demon from a Christian mythological thing.
Love it.
It's a fae, and you're
Love
oh,
it.
excellent. So that is the vibe I'm going for. I have so much unused mythology in here,
In
and it
that
needed to go
brain.
somewhere.
Let me
That's
in
why
there.
we're here
It's
right
crazy
now.
that
You've
the-
been training for this moment.
Yes. I've trained my whole life for this moment.
Lost
Yes.
Girl was one of those if you were a queer femme presenting person, you probably need to have seen it in your life. It was very gay.
I missed
It was
it.
very gay.
Missed it completely.
It's still around. It's not around, but like it's available. It is. It was picked up by CW, and it is also kind of the budget for it is very much this.
I was a Lost Girl Buffy Dark Angel starring Jessica Alba and Jensen
Oh,
Ackles.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Someone put
Lost
those
Girls,
two
like,
people in a room together?
It
Yep.
was before he became a supernatural person.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
there was this period in the 2010s when Canada was making
I
very
wish I would just
queer
stop at
genre
Win
shit.
Canada.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, here's a show about some queer people and they fight a monster. And you're like, okay, why are you Canada? Great, but what's in your water there? And,
I would move immediately.
Yeah,
We
no,
knew.
because it's like Lost
they have the gay
Girl
water
and
there, okay.
have the gay beer.
Killjoys and Winona Earp, like all
my
these
God,
shows.
Killjoy.
Oh, Winona Earp.
Liars.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Sloan. Your homework for this next whatever is you need to introduce your household to Lost Girl.
All right. Okay.
Let me know when you're watching, 'cause I've not seen it either. So here we are.
So this is now officially we're gonna change this. This is the Lost Girl reaction show.
Right. Good. We can load it up on these monitors here. And I
Yeah,
think we'll be
let's
good
just
to
go.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Go.
watch it and then live react every episode.
That's content, baby. That's
Honestly,
fucking content.
here for it.
Yeah,
what
this
did
is
you
the show
pick?
Lost
You want to know about my weapon?
I would love to know about your
Sounds
weapons.
like weapon curious. I
I
get
wanna
it.
know.
I
Also,
get it.
want to know about my weapons? Fully a line that works on me as a human.
Oh,
Tell me about how you relate to the world in a violent way.
Let me see your swords. That was not an innuendo.
oh, they did not
That
give
sounds
me
like
really
the title
swords.
of an anime.
I
Want to see my weapons or want to see your weapons?
That does feel like
Yes.
I will say in my car right now are at least 3 swords.
Weapons don't have to be violent. They can just be cool.
You're just a thirsty sword.
I am a thirsty sword queer.
Yes, and I'm here for it. I got a okay. So the two weapons I've chosen, I got an athem. It's
Oh?
a
Can I look?
knife. Um,
Oh, ATHAME.
I just had to look it up on the internet
did you
because I
see
was like,
this?
what am I getting? Under my gear.
I'm looking at your gear.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm blind.
That's all right. It's right in the middle because they give me. I didn't want any guns because I'm not
Yes.
really into guns. But I was like, you give me a cool looking freaking knife and I'll take it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So looking at the phonetics on it, it's like athem or atheme or athme or athem, depending on the etymology, I guess, of where you're getting your blade. It's a ceremonial blade, generally with a black handle. It is the main ritual implement or magical tool among several used in ceremonial magic traditions and by other neo-pagans in witchcraft, as well as satanic traditions.
Great, beautiful. Love it.
Hail Satan. And so it's a black-headed knife. Yeah. So I'm very excited for it. And then I also have shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
I'm gonna play that shillelagh. And it's so for y'all who aren't you liked it? You liked it? Okay, thank
I
you.
did like it.
Thank you. Sloan loved it. Okay, great.
I know about this because it's a druid spell in D&D.
Yes, it
That's
is.
the
Correct.
reason I know what a shillelagh is.
Correct.
I'm in an
Correct.
Irish folk band. I had to know what a shillelagh was.
Correct. Okay. So it's a wooden walking stick for those who do not know or not as well versed as our friends here amongst us. It's considered a club or a cudgel, typically made from a stout, knotty blackthorn stick with a large knob at the top. It is associated with Ireland and Irish folklore.
Do you use it around campus?
Yeah, totally.
I
Like
was
that's
going
like
to
my
ask.
vibe.
Sorry, I'm wrong. There was a woman in like Spain who fought off men. They like all these men like dropped the hot wax on the soldiers as they were coming through, and then this woman walked out with a giant shillelagh and just like beat a bunch of them. This is a real story. This is real history.
Shillelagh history, y'all.
Shillelagh history.
So yeah.
So
So
here's-
it reminded me, honestly, I picked it because when I looked at it on the internet, it looked like something that Gandalf would carry, and
Fuck yes.
Staff is on this list.
I know, but the shillelagh looks like more like the Gandalf stick.
Staff is boring.
Staff is boring. Give me
Shillelagh's
stick.
in.
I
Gimme
want the
club.
shillelagh.
My question for you is, you carry it around on campus. Does it look like a shillelagh when you're walking around? Do you walk around with a club?
No, it looks like a walking stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's very
Oh, this is rad as hell.
I see the vision.
Okay, I see.
Oh,
the-
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what they looked like, and that was why. Is because they look like walking sticks.
yeah.
No, I love it. I just
I'm
had
gonna
to
get one
check.
for myself.
Yeah. So you can walk around with it and you're like, oh hey, people just think like you have a cool like
Yeah, campus
Yeah.
security is like, what is that? And you're like, it's my walking stick, and you can't take it from me because
exactly.
helping me.
It's an aid. It's
Yeah.
my mobility aid. It's
and
fine.
no one would stop you.
Shh.
Thank you.
I was like, and
I'm trying to figure out how
Whack.
to get my big sword around.
So you have a couple options. You can leave it at home most of the time and only bring it out when you need it. You can do what I do and just keep it in your car and don't get pulled over.
I'm trying to figure out if Bastian drives or if he just like has always lived so close.
So you are not supposed to transport live weapons
Yeah.
in like a hidden manner.
It's not a live weapon. It's more of a reclined,
So
like a
Reclined.
reclined sort of. He's sleeping.
reclining.
whole ass
A
long
reclining resting weapon.
It's a resting weapon. For any cops listening, they're props and they're not sharp, and that's what you need to know. But yeah, no, you're not technically supposed. In California, you're not supposed to like drive around with them
You're not
Anything
supposed to have
can be.
concealed weapons.
because it is considered concealed, which is very silly.
But how do you get it where it needs to go? That doesn't. I don't understand. Okay, cool.
Anyway, I don't know what the law is in Pennsylvania about transporting swords, though, so I can't actually speak with any authority.
I'm part of a sword fighting club, obviously.
Which actually does work. But yes, it can be a theater prop that you keep in your car. It can be also, I will allow it to be a pen that turns into a sword because that's rad as fuck.
Pen sword.
Percy Jackson style.
Thematically, for the giant hell sword, I was thinking it was something I could just like make come into existence.
You can also do that.
Can I do that for the big sword?
I will let you do that with the big sword. You can always summon it out of hammer space.
Yes.
I love hammer
Space.
space.
Please tell me you've seen Spider-Verse.
I did. I saw it yesterday.
I haven't seen it
Sorry.
yet. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither.
I'll get to it. I know. How many times for you now?
I have 4 tomorrow and then
Okay.
5 on Monday.
Had a feeling. I love that.
I'm a
Damn.
baby. I can't see anything.
You're like, it's streaming.
I'm going on Tuesday with
Let's say
the
go to
baby.
like the matinee like at 10 a.m. You got to go to one of
Yeah,
those,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
With
We're doing that.
When
We're
they do the
doing
baby
that.
screenings.
On Tuesday, we're going to the baby screening. The
Best.
baby's going to get Spider-Verse.
I love the idea of a
You
baby
should have a
screening.
hammer.
I do have a thunder hammer.
It's even perfect because I'm left-handed, so he can be left-handed with sword and then red right hand smack.
I suddenly randomly acquired internet access, which means I'm no longer like just I can add to my notes instead of having to rewrite them. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Okay, so everyone has their gear.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm super willing to accept a reasonable answer for why you have 50 feet of rope, but I do need a reasonable answer. I may ask you to spend like luck on acquiring something insane.
I'm just going to say Rachel has a huge basement. She's got a lot of shit down
Your
there.
basement is
So,
full of stuff, and also your son.
yeah.
I figured that was gonna be where your like base was or whatever. it
Yeah,
is.
my haven.
Your
Yeah,
It's
your
a
haven.
basement. Yeah, that's where the base is.
Did you?
Oh.
Rocks fall, Blythe's character dies.
I picked the one. I'm gonna be coming up with a lot of these.
I know, you do need the one line. Man,
I'm gonna have to be coming up with some puns every time we fight.
I'm so into it.
I walked into this. I just like, hello, yes, please, assault me.
Sure, I don't
Emotionally.
have any salt.
It's fun when we're reading the playbooks in real time and discovering things that we had no clue were in these playbooks. Even though we've had, a little bit of time to maybe do our homework before we got here today. I'm so sorry, but we're just catching up and this is great. May I share or do you want to share this?
What do you-
You know what? If you're feeling passionate about reading this, I will absolutely let you read it. This is in my playbook.
So we're looking through the history for this character. This is for Sloan's character, Michael. So yeah, when it's your turn, you can pick one of these things, I guess, for each of the other hunters. They fill you with feelings of sexual infatuation. You are confused by the associated mortal emotions.
Bodies are new and bodies come with things like hormones, and our brains have just evolved to go, yeah, I guess this is what it means. So no, I actually love that as I'm a huge fan of this body is new, as like a trope. I don't know why.
I love that. It's like Mannequin. Sorry.
Yeah.
For the kids who don't know, it's an old movie from the 80s that I love.
I know mannequin.
I wish to answer a question from the chat. The Mulan Rogue asks, does this take place in Pennsylvania? It does.
It
Yeah.
It
does.
does. This
The
is
fictional-
Summerfield,
It's played by
Pennsylvania.
Vancouver.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is played by Vancouver.
yeah.
It takes place in Pennsylvania. We filmed it in Vancouver.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's cheaper. Was that why we do
Yes,
it?
it's
Yeah.
cheaper to film everything in Canada. So
Why?
yeah.
It's because Canada dollars are weaker.
It's to do with the economy. And
dollars is really
listen,
good.
I write for a show that films in Canada.
I
and
mean,
do
they
have
are.
a clue why
It is
this-
Canadian dollars.
They are called Canadian dollars, Canada dollars.
It's not wrong.
It's just great. I love
It just
it.
sounds dumb. But yeah, no, it's
Sorry to our Canadian friends.
sorry to our Canadian friends. Do we
Calling
have
your money
Canadian friends?
dumb.
No, your money smells like maple syrup, which feels like a lie.
They call them loonies and toonies, and I just don't know how I feel about that.
I did.
Feels like a lie.
I love Canada.
I had a coworker the other day talk about a loony, and I was like, "What are you talking about? Money?"
If any Canadians want to marry me so I can move there, I'm already married, but we can figure it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. And
I'm
so
also not
please
married.
save me from this hellscape. But yes, so the next step, thank you for looking into it, is the creating introductions and histories. We're going to go around the table and do the icebreaker, which I fucking hate. So we're
Do you
not
want to
going
know
do
about
that.
my haven? The
Oh
answer
yes!
can
Oh my
be
god,
no.
yes!
The
Because
answer can be no.
everyone has different. Oh, you're right. I'm on the wrong page. Everyone has after gear has a different kind of flavor thing that goes with their PC. So with their playbook. So for the expert, she has a haven. The divine has a mission. I'm trying to double check what the summon has.
Okay, so my haven was like
What do you
really
have?
early in the process, but we can wait until everybody else's flavor.
Oh no, it's all
Sure.
there actually.
Is it just roads?
Okay.
Mhm.
Actually, I think the summon does not get one. I'm double checking. You do get like a hobby. That's cute.
A hobby?
You get a hobby for the summon to get
Yeah.
the hobby.
I get a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's music.
Yeah. And then the witch has rotes, and the rotes are rough. But the hex also comes with a temptation, which I think is very fun.
Oh,
I get to pick.
love that.
I don't get to just pick
I
one
love
hobby. I have several
temptation.
hobbies.
Yes, you do.
I also have ADHD, but what's yours? So yeah, for the flavor stuff, let's talk about your haven because that's actually a part of the setting.
Yes. So this Rachel and her family live in a huge house that dates back to like pre-revolutionary. It's got a lot of like secret passages and tunnels. It was part of the Underground Railroad. It was part of like places where revolutionary soldiers hid out during the war. There's all kinds of stuff. And in back there is of course a carriage house. And Rachel has commandeered that because she has a successful blog. So she uses that as her workspace and office. There's a sign over it that says the mommy zone. With your permission, Clara, I would like it to be that no one can enter that space unless, not just in the sense of like, that is like, you see the mommy zone and you're like filled with like, I probably shouldn't go in there. Like, you
It's
can't
not-
like, it's not like a magic thing. It's just like it's just like a warding people off who don't have business there.
It's not an action. It is not so hardcore of a spell of a ward that you are forced out of the space. You are repelled like a thing. It is more like I shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly. Mhm.
It's like when you walk into like trying to think of a space where all of us are like, yeah, this feels weird. It's like walking into a sports bar, like, but it's not. But it's
Like even if a monster comes in there intent on killing us, they're gonna like wipe off their shoes on the rug and then take them off and then come in and kill
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
It's not that. Yeah, it's walking into a relative's house you don't know very well, where you're like, technically, I'm allowed to be here, but should I?
Yeah, so there's a very small area in which she writes her blog, but then there's a lore library, just like tons of books about all this stuff. She doesn't entirely know where she got them, but like she has just enormous amounts of it. There's an armory where anyone can keep their sword if they need to, if they wanted to put their sword somewhere. But also all kinds of other weapons.
Maybe that sword showed up randomly, like when you found out that you were pregnant with your
Yeah.
son.
I actually will talk to you guys about it off screen later because
Okay.
I have an idea and I want to like.
I
run it by you.
have a couple ideas too for why the sword is a thing.
So does the armory look like an armory, or is it more like the junk area? Like, it's gonna indicate back here where you can't see.
It's very much, it's very much like it. Like I think that a lot of this looks like unfinished rooms. So like there's just kind of like there's like a storage area, and that's technically the armory. She knows which boxes she can open, but she doesn't know it. She intuitively knows I opened that box. There's something in it, and then she also has an oubliette. A room that is isolated from every kind of monster, spirit, and magic that you know about. Anything you stash in there can't be found, can't do magic, and can't get out. There's just a room in there that's really dark, and she puts stuff in there sometimes.
And we're not like crazy.
And you close the door, and you lock it, and then who knows what happens? Nothing. It's just in there now. It's in the oubliette.
And that'll never come up again.
Yeah. Every so
I
often.
just was like, what happens if one of the three of us walks in there?
Well,
And it'll never come up again.
wow.
It'll never come up again.
Never come up again.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Saving things for later. Anyway,
She's just like,
I love
Greg,
that.
the power's out in the oubliette. Can you go handle that?
Oh no.
He's
Don't send
gone
Greg to the
forever.
on my lines and veils, no harm shall come to Greg.
Yeah, Greg is gonna live
Off of
forever.
it.
Unless Greg is played by Jason Mills at the table, in which case, crazy that maybe we've already fan cast him as one of the other players we have access to.
Greg.
Greg. You know, there's a playbook called The Mundane Jason, if you're listening, Jason.
Hey, Jason, if you're listening, I would love to play a character who's married to you, and you can play the mundane, or as we call it in this game, the Greg.
I'd
The
be
guy.
honored to be your son.
We had brought up when we were talking about characters and stuff that like he's just a pillar of non-toxic masculinity, and then we stopped Jason.
Jason.
Love you. Aw.
We love you.
I just wanted to say oubliette a bunch of times.
I love
Oubliette's
that. It just made me
excellent.
like want to go to the Ren Fair. That's all I kept thinking about.
I think that, yeah.
Going to the oubliette.
I should have an oubliette at the Ren Fair. It's just a box.
It's one of the bars.
It's one of the
called
bars.
Oubliette.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's where the
Yeah.
maidens pour directly into your mouth.
And there's suggestive content.
I'll walk.
And they
I
lean
used to
over.
do it. I'll show you how.
Next
I'll
Ren
show you
Fair
later.
season.
They lean over
You'll show. That's
just so.
Listen. I've been working fair for like 10 years. I
It's
know how to do
very
the
nice.
shtick.
fair.
Yeah, I know what a pony ride is made of.
It's very fun.
Yeah. Anyway, but yes, the expert has their haven. The hex, you have temptations. You want to talk about that,
I
or
have
do you want to get into it
temptation.
later?
I didn't. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we are. Thank you. On the front page.
Right before
Extra,
your moves.
extra. You have a dangerous drive that you pursue, sometimes to the exclusion of your own safety. Oops. Decide if your temptation drove you to learn magic, or if learning magic drove you to it. Whenever you give into your temptation and act accordingly, you mark experience. You need to act under pressure to resist giving into your temptation. It is a perfect opportunity, presents itself. If you fail this roll, you don't mark experience, like you would have if you'd willingly acted out on your desires. Ooh. Okay. I have a bunch of different things to choose from. Do I want vengeance? Do I want power? Do I want addiction? Do I want callousness? Do I want carnage? Secrets or glory? Oh my gosh.
I do love that this kind of comes with the vibe of like, do you want to live deliciously? And like leans into that.
Very, yeah. Very, very.
The ultimate good for
Oh,
her.
I know. Am I a good witch
Good
or a
for
bad witch?
Are you a good
That's what I feel right now.
You're a good for her.
Do you need
witch.
time to decide?
You're a good for Zer.
Maybe. I'm going to look through this real
Good
quick.
for
'Cause there's
Zer.
like some extra description on here for the folks at home listening in.
You're good. We can always hop over to Sloan's Divine.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I do sometimes think when I look at Divine, I do think of the drag queen.
Yeah, real. I'm sure I've gotten involved in the drag. I'm janitoring at the bar where they do the drag
Yeah.
shows.
We have a Hamburger Mary's in town.
Yes. I'm gonna
Okay.
go.
I've got a mission. Michael has a mission, everybody. I've been put here on Earth for a purpose. The end of days approaches. Your role is to guide these hunters and prevent it from coming to pass.
That would be crazy.
That'd be wild.
It's almost like this show is called The World Ends on Thursday.
That's so weird.
Yes, it
It's
was The World Ends on
crazy.
Tuesday, but apparently but I have a scheduling conflict, so it's Thursday now.
Due to scheduling conflicts, the world now
Now
ends
it's
on
on
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah, it's like Tuesday doesn't work. You know, like
That title was too long. We had
Yeah.
to cut it.
due to scheduling conflict. I can't do Thursday. I can't do Tuesday.
hilarious.
Make it this day. Yeah.
The original season was The World Ends on Tuesday.
I cannot remember. I know we named it something, and I cannot remember what the original show was called.
Tuesday
Oh, well.
Blues. That's stupid.
It doesn't matter.
That's it for me. Does Blythe, does your character have anything?
I have hobbies.
That's
I know
right.
a few
You have
things.
your music hobby.
Excited about
I actually
hobbies.
get a few hobbies.
You actually also
get several?
have. Wait, there's one other thing you do have, which is very funny.
What my appearance is.
No, you have.
We also have to pick the apocalypse.
It's the apocalypse.
Oh.
You can pick one because I have other ideas.
I'm making a note. So yeah, I have like a few things of like what I have to pick one from each list on like what I look like and vibe like.
That is a little different.
Hobby, and then
We've
the apocalypse.
we've already sort of discussed like the whatever one's
Yeah.
vibe is. I don't love leaning into the like pick your look
Yeah.
because it feels very limiting, and I want you to be able to be the 90s
Yeah.
heartthrob boy that you want to be.
I do kind of want to lean into something a little bit though, like with the almost human body of having like runes and weird. With part of why I always wear long sleeves is I'm like constantly hiding weird runes and like, why is this here?
It's like,
I don't know.
Yeah, no. And
Uh,
I will throw a couple things out to everyone for that as well
Yeah.
when we get into character
yeah.
description.
So for the apocalypse, we don't know about it yet, but we know it's coming, but we don't know what it is. We haven't come across hints, and we have to pick one sign of the apocalypse, all of us, that has already been revealed to us.
ooh.
Oh.
It's just funny because, like, my headcanon for this is like, yeah, the world ends Thursday.
Yeah. So, well, there's like a few things we can pick. So there's betrayal, a betrayal of somebody, an army of monsters rises, rain of fire, eternal darkness, things from beyond, take your throne, red sun, the portal opens, plague, learn your true name, the stars are right, breaking the seal, murder of the king, which there's no king, the beast slouches into the world. Which
So we're choosing this together?
we get to pick this together.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can talk about it together, but it is led by Blythe's character because they are
Yeah.
the harbinger of the apocalypse.
So,
I'm gonna spoil something right now. I love fucking with prophecies, so it is very possible you will see all of these come to pass.
yeah, the one that I was kind of thinking that I think would be good might be interesting is learning what I learned my true name.
Mhm.
I feel like that's an interesting character point of
You
like
picked my one weakness. I do not know how to name things.
Beelzebub.
Yells at Jim. I will say, but I'm gonna use my cop out, which is
Somewhere.
Ancient Evil Reborn. There's also a blank space. There's a lot of possibility.
there
Blank
are
space?
Well,
There was a thing that
That's a
you
Taylor Swift.
messaged me about backstory, and
Yes.
you were
Nice
like,
to meet
there
you.
was an
Where have you been?
initiating event with
I can show you incredible things.
Teri's character's
yeah.
person, your
Mhm.
advisor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing that I came back with was like, because we had been talking about potentialities of like, your character maybe bringing my character into this world for a little bit of help with that situation. So potentially, maybe that situation is connected to this first sign of the apocalypse that we have seen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Let me
Yeah.
let me just put my finger on a third rail and see if I electrocute myself. But as a trans person, learning your true name is such a trans thing, and I wonder if there's like some symbolic something or other to be like played around with there. If like Bastian is like part of a longer name. that
I
you-
actually like that as well, and it does to me.
I picked it from Neverending Story, and it turns out it's also my
it
true
just
demon
always
name.
spoke to you. Yeah, it's just
Say my name, Bastian. It does hit me in this very weird way, and I cannot speak for the trans community on this, but I do love the idea that there's so much panic about like people transitioning and being like, and it was also this one time it did actually mean the apocalypse. This one time.
I don't, because he's so anti it. I kind of would like, I don't think the true name, I kind of would like to lean into the narrative that the name he picked for himself is actually his true name, but he does have a name
Yeah.
for the apocalypse, so that
You learn your fake name.
You
Yeah.
learned your fake name. You learned
You learn the name that everyone's trying to hold you to.
yeah,
that. Yeah, actually, and that's why we can't say it,
that's what I was thinking of. It's the name that everyone is trying to hold him to
and that's why we don't say it because we're
versus
killing it.
Mike, would you want, just in terms of naming stuff, this is my curiosity, would you want Bastian to fit into that name, like Bastian is a nickname of that, or would you want it to be completely separate?
I would want to be completely separate. I'm thinking separate.
It's like Steve.
I'm thinking
Your
it's
true name is
something-
Carl.
I am kind because I like where you're going with that, where it's like it is his true name is Bastian. That's the name he picked for himself. That's who he is. The name that, but he finds out this name, and that is a part of a panic because, like, is that supposed to be his true name? Is that who he's supposed to be? No, because society, you get to write your own story,
Mhm.
but he's gonna panic about it.
It leans very hard into something I'm playing with for this show anyway, so I'm not mad at that.
So
If Bastian, like, is his true name, would you want it to be, like, him choosing this name for himself is the time where these people from hell are like, this is what you're supposed to be? Or is it, what are you thinking in
yeah,
terms
I'm thinking
of,
it's like the people who created him for the apocalypse or summoned him for the apocalypse are like, no, this is who you are.
like
this
you're
is who-
trying to exercise and, like,
Yeah,
make yourself, like, be your real person self.
yeah.
And they're like, surprise!
Surprise, that's not who you are. This is who you are.
Yeah.
But somehow it's still male.
When I came out, I
Yeah.
was like, I think I'm like an Arabella, and then a whole bunch of people in black robes were like, you're more of an Emily, and I was like, no, you're right. Actually.
That is how that works.
Oh, that's why I haven't. It's like, I've been like, Blythe is great, but I'm waiting for the people in the black robes to come tell me my name.
Yeah, you're kind of a Phil.
The council chooses for you, in
There's-
fact.
We weren't supposed to talk about the trans council,
Shit.
but
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad ally.
It's the council from
We-
Hot Fuzz.
we let the secret.
The greater
That's
good.
why the names are so bland.
I
Carl!
didn't call. Your real name is Carl.
Robert!
I have named you Elizabeth.
Please just don't be the fifth leaf that LEAF.
No.
With all love and respect to anyone who's actually named Leaf, you can. I love when people find their own names because names are very important to me.
I love that name.
Mhm.
I almost jokingly was like, the actor who plays Bastian is a trans actor named Aiden.
Yeah.
I like the name
Is he a fuckboy? Because that's a
I like
fuckboy
that
named
that
me.
was the first thing you
Do you
said.
know the Aiden joke about trans men always? Yeah. Trans
My-
men always name themselves Aiden.
Is it?
Aiden, Jaden.
I did not intend to call
Yeah.
the
My friend
entire
just named themselves Lucian, so like.
Lucian's good.
There's a rotating group of trans femme names, but it always includes Emily. Like
Really?
when I first came out, it was Emily and Zoe, and now it's like Emily and Lily and Luna.
It's always so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
And then for trans men, it always includes an Aiden. Aiden is always in there.
Fascinating.
Mhm.
Now I have.
How do you feel about the name Aiden? Seems like a good name.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about Aiden?
So, brief side story where I was at my ex-girlfriend's house and we were at Christmas and I was joking about how they have a friend named Nick, K-N-Y-K, and I was like, trans names are either the
Damn.
most wild spelling like thing you've ever seen, Leaf, and it's beautiful, whatever, or it's the most normal thing like Aiden. And without missing a beat, Gray just goes, did you have a bunch of OCs named Aiden growing up?
Oof.
Mhm.
That's a tough one.
And I was like,
That's a tough one.
I did not expect to be called out like this right in this situation. And his boyfriend just started laughing in the
Mhm.
kitchen and like snorted water.
Woof.
Mhm.
I was like,
Like,
You were already on the path. My
You were on the
friend.
I was
path.
already on the path. So yeah, the name Aiden, it's a great name.
I named myself after a children's book character.
But yeah.
So
that's adorable. Actually.
So I
Emily
think-
Arrow.
That's
That's
adorable.
adorable.
Yeah.
I love
When
that.
I was picking a new last name, I almost picked Arrow, but there's a children's entertainer named Emily Arrow, and I was like, I don't want to mess up her SEO game. So instead, I picked a name very similar to a famous novelist, which turned out to be a mistake.
Anyway,
I like the St. James. I think it works.
I like St. James. I actually did not know that. No. Anyway, we all use stage names here. It's fine.
Do you think that a demon like rose from hell and was like, "This is your real name," or
I think
Could have been a
I've
dream,
kind of
or-
been leaning into the fact that
damn? Woof. We should call
Okay.
it. We should call
It's
it.
done. We're
It's
done.
done.
Thank you, everyone. Go home.
Oh my gosh. Cannot top that.
Bastian's another great trans man name.
Yep.
I've got a trans
excellent-
man character named Bastian. Love that bitch.
It is an excellent
For sure.
It is an excellent name. Full stop.
Yes.
Like.
Also just a great name.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did have a slight crush on both Moonchild and Bastian.
Correct.
As a kid.
That's the correct answer.
Let's be honest.
I have many thoughts about. I love Bastian as the never-ending story. I related to him a lot.
Yeah.
Bastian.
Choking my own spit. I'm sorry.
Two words. Bastian has night terrors, which is part of why he's taken up. Like, it's a fully furnished real room in the basement, but he's taken up a room in the basement because his night terrors get really bad.
Yeah.
And I think it came in one of those night terrors. Like and it's a little better when he's around family, which is why he moved out of the dorm after 1 year. Like, he could not live in the dorms for very long. So
Yeah.
He was just like,
Also, your roommate was a dick, so.
yeah, no. There's some backstory I may or may not be writing about Bastian in his first year of college with his roommate.
Listen, I am legally obligated to read all of your fan fiction
Exactly.
you write about your character because I am your GM. And
I'm
that's
gonna be
backstory.
writing blog entries.
I'm so excited.
I
May or
am
may
very
not have been
excited for this
Bastion's-
blog.
I expect term papers.
May or may not have been Bastian attempting to date someone. But yeah, he has night terror, so I think it came
In a night
that version.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my GM cop out, which is it is roughly unpronounced. There is an I guess English equivalent to the name,
Yeah.
but it is roughly unpronounceable with our feeble mortal mouths.
I
basically.
literally was just thinking about that with Michael. So I was like,
It is like
she's probably got another name. And when she opens her mouth to say it, you briefly see in like 5 other dimensions.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite tropes when I have when I play like a mermaid character whose name is fully unpronounceable.
Well,
over
yes,
my
in
Well,
order
that's like
to
Flash. I love
Yeah.
this.
in order to pronounce and perceive her name, you would need to see
Yeah.
and perceive in a whole bunch of other dimensions.
Yeah, it actually involves a color that we just actually don't
Kind of
have.
Yeah.
want you to tell me her
comes in
name.
for.
I'm like ready. Like travel.
I'm also
Yeah.
waiting because that probably means you're the only one who could say Bastion's.
That is also true.
Which
Yep.
I think is what Bastion is like, okay, well, no one can say it, but I think he's afraid the name has power over him.
Mm,
Like,
I do
Yeah.
love.
he's afraid it's right.
we love names that have power.
Listen. Once you can name something, you can defeat it, which is
Yep.
a real. That's why when you are diagnosed with something, it's much easier to manage.
What?
What?
Serious.
Crazy.
I don't know about that.
That's true. Listen, as soon as someone's like, "You have ADHD," I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
The
we're
awareness
doing
is great. No, but I do agree.
Did you choose
Yes,
a
I
name?
did choose a thing. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sloan is over here like,
Sloan's like,
I
please.
love
I'm
it.
up in your shit. I'm so
I
sorry.
know.
I'm just excited about
Be in
your
it, be in it, be in it,
I'm
be
like-
in it. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. No, I love the enthusiasm because it is like carrying me tonight. Okay.
Sloan's like, "Please, we just have to get back on the rail."
Oh,
I
what?
want to know about your
No.
character.
Yes, please tell me your.
No, they
your
want to know everything. Okay, temptation. So I was really, because I was like, oh, I don't like a lot of these, but I was like, oh, these are temptations. So these are things that like I don't necessarily like about myself, but I have to have, right, and need. So it's glory. Use magic to steal someone's thunder.
And you're in academia.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean? I mean, honestly, one of my favorite things, because like one of my
Logan.
favorite tropes when I do my podcast, the Horror Movie Survival Guide, we call it the Nobel Prize Gleam in the Eye. That so many like characters get. Like it's
Oh my
always
God,
the professor
yes.
who's like, I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna get it right. And they're the ones that always like inevitably send like everybody off on like the worst like trail to like destruction.
They're the ones standing in front of the portal, like, "I've just got to get this document."
Yeah,
I
you
love
got to
that.
get the shot. It's like that person, like it's that person who's gotta prove it, who's gotta get the thesis, gotta get that last thing.
I love
So yeah, so especially this is interesting because I've chosen to be a linguistic anthropology person. Blythe has just chosen a name
a name-based.
a name-based thing, which is linguistics, and you can help me see in all these other dimensions, which is probably why I was drawn to you. Holy goodness.
I love. When
I just
things
got
work
goosebumps
out.
when the things line up sometimes that we didn't think about, like technically think about, but we're in the ether.
It's the vibe.
Love it.
I will say, I have friends who are like deep, like balls deep in academia,
Yes.
and like their whole thing is like they will fight over the pettiest little shit, and
Yes.
it's my favorite thing to do to like watch happen is like two nerds arguing about one niche concept.
Correct. My brother is a PhD in psychology, and he's a professor. And both my parents have their masters in education, so maybe I'm working through some generational trauma as well.
We did it!
Oh
boy.
no!
Okay,
Oops,
okay.
it's therapy.
RPGs are not therapy, but boy, do they help a lot.
I feel like that's what one of the T's stands for in TTRPG. Therapy, right?
Therapy. The T stands for therapy.
Therapy top. Therapy top. Oh,
Therapy table.
I'm
roleplay
sorry, I need
gaming.
to
Wait,
That's
therapy.
be
right.
alone with myself for a moment.
I'm a therapy top. I just want you to know that.
Oh my god. Also a therapy top.
I need to examine some things about myself. Okay.
I feel like I've
The
been
next-
that to many men who need to trauma dump.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I want to note that we're not doing anything with the appearance, but I did write down that Rachel wears athleisure clothes.
Well, what I was
Yeah.
going, part of
Yes.
what I was going to have you guys do is describe your character as part of your morning routine, but we're gonna get to that. I promise. We're so
Oh,
close.
here.
We're so close. I guess this is a straight up uncut session 0, and we will have to start the actual game the next session.
That's what I thought we were.
That's what I
It
thought.
Kind of was. I was like, are we gonna be able to fill the time? Apparently.
Girl.
You were really worried about that?
I'm a dumbass.
If
Like a
you're
cute dumbass.
If
you're
you
having-
need someone to talk,
You got the right people. You got the right
I'm
people.
there.
if you're having a good time, just post in the chat. I'm delighted right now, Emily. Just type all that out and just post it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just please. I need so much reassurance. I'm confident in
I'm
most
having a
everything
blast.
except now.
So
But yes, the last thing we need to do as a group is the history.
History.
History. We've talked a little bit about the dynamics of our characters and the vibes of our characters, just to get a sense of who we want to occupy in this space. But these are the more hardcore relationships that these characters have to each other. My only rules when we do things like this are if it has to do with you guys used to sleep together, whatever, please obtain consent from the other party, because no one likes to be forced into relationships they didn't want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's agree.
Hard agree. And if you don't, we could have a conversation. We'll have a conversation later. But yes, who would like to go first?
I have one
Go for it.
that I think there's a couple of these that would work, but this one is you could probably take this hunter in a fight, but you're not certain. Decide the last time you threw down and what interrupted your fight. And because I did not because I didn't realize how tough my character was, I feel like our characters could actually go toe-to-toe in a fight.
100%.
Wrestled.
But have we fought? Or is it something that's like, if it needed to happen, we could fight?
Absolutely. If it needed to happen, it could fight. I don't really know if there's been a situation where we've needed to fight, though. Because my understanding is that your character isn't quite in his, like, you know, Hellfire Brimstone phase
No.
currently. He's, like, soft boy still.
He's a soft boy. He's a complete and utter soft boy.
And my character is not necessarily one to pick a fight. She's happy to be here. She's thrilled to be existing with humanity. Yes.
Does it have to be a full ass physical fight, or did you guys go to a carnival and get weirdly competitive?
That I think that might
hilarious.
be what
oh,
happened.
it was one of those
Brilliant idea.
It was
Those
one of
power
those, like,
things.
we used to,
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, absolutely.
Feats of
Part of,
strength.
there's a segment of either where you live or where you live that is just full of giant stuffed animals.
What was the follow up to that question? It was, have you ever gotten in a fight? And there's a
yeah, it
second
was
part.
together decide when the last time he was interrupted, what interrupted the fight. So it was like, so we got into a strength contest because we
Yes.
both realized we're strong.
100%. I think what interrupted is that, like, somebody might have had to step in and be like, okay, time to go home, because you can't. We've kind of decided that we don't want magic to be something that is known, right? Like,
Yeah.
people recognize weird stuff happens here. It's so crazy. Weird stuff happens here all the time. But
Some
it's
people just
like,
happen to be green.
it's so strange. But, like, nobody actually knows that there's magic, and we're supposed to keep it, like, down low.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe somebody, like, intervened. I don't know if your character would want to intervene, Emily. But like, if it was a situation where somebody was going to get exposed, or you kind of like got a spidey sense, like this is bad. I've seen this happen before. I can't remember it, but something like that. It could have been just like, okay, we need to go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Bastian,
there's
no, I know you're having fun, but we should get back home because your sisters are waiting for us. We're all going to watch the movie together. Remember, we were all going to watch the movie together. We're going to go watch the
But
movie
Mom,
together.
I've almost got them beat.
No, it's okay.
I think there is a level also
There's
of like
so many
human
stuffed
minds are
animals.
kind of just like humans are really good at rationalizing things. So
Yeah.
they could have seen you in their full form and been like, man, Michael just looked really crazy, like really good tonight or something. Like, don't know what it was.
Uh-huh.
They immediately magic will happen and everyone just goes, it was probably this. Not even like,
Yes.
yeah.
And I don't know what kind of relationship Michael and Rachel, yes? Rachel would
Rachel.
have, but like, I know that she would get really into something. So it's possible that like, while he was like beseeching you to stay home, they like followed up behind. We're like, yeah, let's stay. And I don't know if your character would be into this, but kind of like you're being like a mom to him, but to me it's kind of like a get it together. Like, you know you can't do this.
Yeah.
And she would snap back from that if she like got eye contact and like the mom eyes that are like, fucking get your shit together.
There's something about the mom voice. Does Rachel also sort of have the sight? Does she recognize supernatural beings on cue?
She does. I don't want to say she's psychic. She doesn't have the sight, but she definitely has like. She just has like an intuitive sense. It's
Okay.
like, when you've done something for so long, you just kind of know. You don't have to really think about it. Yeah, she just gets that sense.
Wonderful. Since you were picked on for this, I will have Sloan.
Yes.
What is your pick a history tie?
Yes. This one's easy. This first one is easy because we've already kind of established this. I have a history, which is their prayer summoned you.
Mhm.
Could be informal or unconscious, but this one was not. So, Logan, I think I'm not going to say what the inciting incident was because I want you to establish that.
Sure.
But from an inciting incident, Logan did a ritual that called me and gave me an opening to like come through and sort of like
To manifest.
yes, in the like mortal realm. And she came down the line, manifested, helped with that situation, and that's why she is here and was like came through and was just like so excited to help and be on Earth.
Well, this is great because this can tie into one I actually had for Bastian actually too, but also this is the reason probably why. So I was having probably some issues because I was like, this kid, I don't know. Sometimes you get that one, you're like, I don't know what I can do. Like, I want to do more to help this kid. So I just I pulled out my cards, did a little read, just did a little, a little prayer. And I learned when you landed that through divination that they're important and I should help them out. Decide whether I've told them or not. And I can let you know that I've not told Bastian that that's why I keep you around.
Wonderful.
So you summoned me because
I was having trouble with the kid in class. Like, this kid is always here in my class, like, and after school, and they're later and always offers to help with the extra papers. And
so was it a situation where you like needed help, like sort of focusing in the divination thing?
and I was like, okay.
You were a found familiar.
I was a little found familiar. So their strengths are kind of in like cool and tough. They're not necessarily very good at weird, but it could be that just by being there, they were able to help like focus.
Also, help put, because if you're trying to help me, the universe somehow knows that means not ending the world because that's what I want.
Right.
And that's what you want to stop.
Right. Maybe just by focusing on him and like seeking something you
A
pulled
connection.
me through.
You know how like Ouija boards or whatever are supposed, like the whole thing behind them is like don't always know what you're gonna get on the other side.
Right.
I think it could be a little bit of that, where
Yeah.
it's like, you open the door and this popped through, and I guess that's where we're at now.
Okay, cool,
and
cool, cool. Big portal. All right.
This is what the universe has served to you.
Yep.
Yeah, you asked and you received. You probably should have been more specific.
I imagine you were like, okay, we're gonna do this ritual now, and she was just like, what?
I love Michael's like, I'm so ready to help. I don't know how to do that.
So I know we know, and I know you know that the world is going to be ended.
I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
do you
what.
know that it's me?
It's a good question. Unsure.
I'm gonna leave it to you.
Let's.
I will say you can't know everything all the time. because-
Yeah. So let's do more history before we dive into that.
Yeah.
Anybody?
I was gonna say, Rachel.
My first one is they are your student, apprentice, ward, or child. Between you, decide which.
Okay,
Taken care of.
pick a new one. We know they're a child.
I was actually gonna play it, but no, I can pick a different one.
I mean, you can. But just we
I
already
was
know
gonna
that.
try and like clarify some of the like parent-child
Yeah, go for it then.
relationship through that. I want to know like what's a thing you got from Rachel that you hate, and a thing you like about yourself that you got from your mom that I can then manifest also in myself. And also, Rachel's a great mom and Rachel's a great ally. And what is the most annoying thing she does to be a good ally?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So thing I got that I like, I got your cooking skills.
Okay.
Aw.
You're a bomb ass cook,
Okay.
and I learned from you.
Okay.
And
You're
so
also really fire
we cook and bake together, and I help you make things for your mom blog and I help you take pictures and stuff.
It's
And
called
that's
Someone's in the
adorable.
Kitchen with Rachel.com.
I'm writing that down.
Same.
Someone's in the kitchen with Rachel.com.
I'm trying to think of a thing I would because Bastian is like, for all the shit that's going wrong in his life in terms of like not having friends and in terms of not like it's like he genuinely is like, no, my mom is great, my family is great, but I'm trying maybe that's a interest.
You can sit and think on it for a little bit while we move on to other
Yeah.
histories.
Okay, so
Could be like some people will like be like, do you want to talk about it? No, I know you want to talk about it.
I
We
was
can
thinking
talk about it.
the naggy thing. I think it like that, not naggy, but I think the thing that I don't like that you do is the like you do kind of push to get feelings out,
Sure.
and Bastian does not know how to talk about feelings.
Yeah, cool. I like that.
But in terms of thing that like that you are like that I got that I also do, I'm trying to think of that one.
Okay. And what's that? What's the most annoying ally thing I do?
You are absolutely that mom on Pride. You're that mom during Pride.
The
You-
whole house is somehow covered in
Yep.
trans flag stuff and like
Rainbows everywhere. Suddenly.
did not know you could get those on Amazon, but like you've gotten the projectors that laid onto the house.
Didn't know our house.
Oh.
Like
I might want that right now.
Hold on. Yeah.
staircase is like just pictures of me
Make my house look more gay.
all the way down through it's like all the years of transition till now.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god.
Oh
That mom during
no.
Pride.
Oh no.
The scrapbook.
The scrapbook.
One last. This is just a question. Do you care if we share a birthday?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
love that.
That's
Because
adorable.
I saw you wrote you were 21 and I'm 42, so I think you were born on my 21st birthday.
Oh,
Oh
that's
good to know.
It's all sevens, so I'm like,
It's also kind of cool
interesting.
to be like, maybe you both were born on like a particularly fateful day.
Yeah.
And that's why,
that would never come up later. That'd be crazy.
Oh.
listen. I'm just here to throw shit at the wall.
Anyway, but I know
I'm
that we
sorry.
already had that determined, but I just thought that would be some nice flavor text.
Oh, yeah,
I
no,
like that.
I love. I have a history with you, Mom, Rachel. You helped me out when a spell went awry. I should tell you what the spell is and ask them how you helped me. I don't know what the spell is. Oh no, I didn't get that far. I just wanted to be connected with you.
I feel
Um,
connected right now.
You had a spell go awry? Is that what it was?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to make it a full rote. You can just like
Okay.
make something up right here, right now, and I will let you have it.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Maybe I was trying, like, I feel like everyone tries to do bad love spells, and it's just like that's the worst thing you should do.
Don't do love spells,
They're
kids.
always bad. So
Always
I
bad.
probably did like a love spell, and it just like something
Aw.
like, yeah, I feel like that's the one that you just never should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had talked about this in the pre-session, but so it's fine if it's not true. But do you like in some capacity like work around the house or something like?
Yeah. We did talk a little about that.
So I
yeah.
think that like you were there for one of your shifts working
Mhm.
on Someone's in the Kitchen with Rachel, where you're the
Mhm.
community manager.
Mhm.
And like these people of just all kinds of people kept coming to the door and like asking for you, and they were exactly the types of people you would not want to date.
Yeah.
Like regardless of gender, regardless of
You
anything, it's
gotta
just like
specify.
and
Oops.
so like I was like, no, okay, you need to go away. You need to go away. And eventually, like, I think that I took whatever, I think there was like a charm or something that was drawing them to you. I think I took it and put it in the oubliette, so it's still there.
Oh.
Oh my god, you just dig it. Like, I love the idea of going through the oubliette later. I'm like, why is this still here? Like, oh man, I forgot about that.
But I politely turned them all away, and I
That's
was like, I'm
great.
sorry, no solicitors.
You gotta.
I call that spell oops too many suitors. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta specify way more when you do love spells.
I don't know what to call this word, but you know how it's like I'm trying to figure out the third conjugation
Mhm.
of Zir. It's
Oh, yeah.
Zir
Zen.
Zen.
It's like
Them.
Zem.
because so if it's like they, them, theirs, Zir.
I use Zers.
Zir.
XERS. Is that not?
See,
It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
I was just
that's true.
asking because I want to know. Because I got confused.
Honestly, I didn't think it's hard. I love that though. Whatever.
The
What's
people I know
established?
who use it have
Mhm.
used Zir and Zers.
Zers.
Basically, instead of saying
Zir.
using the TH in there, it's the Z or an
Zers.
X.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have a Z.
Generally, possessives end in an S, just across nouns.
So
Yeah.
Thank you
Zers.
for English help.
You're welcome.
But again, they are your pronouns.
Yeah,
and
Zers is
so,
great.
Yeah, that is my experience with it.
Grazie mille.
It's helped to Zir. Okay. Cool.
My
Yeah.
favorite.
Thank you.
We love a neo pronoun.
Okay.
I don't know why I find it. I just like saying neo pronoun.
Because they're beautiful, and I love that this world is abundant.
Just feels very
um,
cool.
Cool.
Like, genuinely, I'm like, I don't know why ZZR hasn't taken off more, because it's a really cool way to do it. I've always thought it was cool.
I just loved it from One Day at a Time.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh,
And ever since then, I was like, I want that.
because people fight linguistic change.
And I love linguistics.
Yeah. I love it.
Language is malleable. It should
Language is malleable.
do
Gorgeous.
whatever it wants.
That's why I can say
Exactly.
literally whatever I want.
Some of these, I'm having a hard time choosing.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time, with one
It's
of them,
more
too.
that like we want a connection with everybody, but I also know that there are some relationships already built. So I'm not
Yeah.
Mhm.
married to us being forced to
Okay.
play along these
I
lines.
have these two that are right after each other.
Mhm.
I have they are at heart a good and righteous person. You must help them stay that way. And I have they are an abomination and should be destroyed, except that you can't work out with them. Why not? And I'm so interested because I think these could apply to the two of you. But I think that you are the good person and you might be the abomination.
Hi.
I want to. Well, that's why
You
I
mean
was
the mommy
asking-
bloggers and a bomb?
That's why I was asking what you like if you knew,
Right.
because that entirely like well, because I want to end this as much like I don't want the apocalypse to happen as much as you do, so I don't
Right.
care that
Right.
that's your goal.
Well, okay. So we had thrown around the idea when we were doing like our -1 session that there was
My
that
anxiety session, thank you.
that like maybe it was like it's like a joke. Like Michael shows up on your doorstep and is like, "I'm here to stop you from having an apocalypse or whatever." And that could be true.
Working like an exterminator.
That could be true, but it
I
could
know there might
also
be an
like,
apocalypse around here.
well, I mean, the thing was, I feel like it would make sense to have them know.
Mhm.
Depending on what you like, Clara, because I enjoy having like cloudy character understandings as much as I enjoy having concrete character understandings. So it could just be that I have a sense that you are at the center of something very important, and also that there is an apocalyptic event on the horizon, and I'm just like, these two are linked. And the reason I'm like maybe switching instead of having you be the abomination and you being like the good person, it makes a lot of sense because like your character was the central character for this original thing, and your character brought this being into the world. So like there's also something very important about you. You have a wild amount of knowledge that no mortal should have.
And you have an oubliette in your basement.
Yeah, you have a freaking oubliette in your basement.
Oubliette.
But like
Never done
I'm just kind of interested
So
Can I-
maybe it's not cop out.
that.
I was gonna say I have a thing that I was gonna give Michael that plays into this perfectly.
Sure.
Do it.
This is you. They know about some of your dark secrets, but they've agreed to keep quiet about them. Tell them what they know. I don't know this. You know this.
Okay, great.
Clara, if this goes too far, let me
I
know.
was gonna say, have we talked about this yet? I have no
We
idea.
kind of have.
Okay,
We kind
okay.
of have. The world ended 21 years ago, and it should be done, and it should have something to do with me, and you don't know why it's still going. That's your dark secret, you know.
Why is it still going?
I don't know.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of lore as well
Okay.
that we can tell the table because it's kind of obvious. Summerfield, the area, we've already talked about like what's special about it. So that can also be fucking with your sense of what's going to happen or what did happen, because it's a little like looking at layers of images all at once because there's just too much happening there.
Yeah.
You know, when you just get too close to a sound, it's too loud to.
Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
activities, overwhelmed. Yes.
So.
Yeah, and she's fully like, this is great because she's like not a smart character, I would say. So like, even if she has access to like all these pieces of information, is she gonna put them together? Probably not.
I'm very excited for that.
No.
But I like this. I like this very, very much. I'm not sure how it would like have been perceived from where she is, and I'm not sure what her existence is like outside of this. I was thinking of it in very generalized terms. We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But if you're into that,
Yeah.
I know that this. Are you okay with it being like this character is an abomination?
Hi.
Okay. And should be
Don't call my mom
destroyed.
that.
And
My mom's
should-
a nice lady.
and should be destroyed, except that you can't work out with them. Why not?
Your mom's a nice lady.
I think in the short term, it's very much that you don't quite understand what's happening. You want to figure it out.
Also, you make me sad.
I also think that personally, I'm like, she just loves being here. She was so heartbroken when the world ended and she didn't get to go. And then it's like, it's still there though.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this as like, this is the house. If you came from like a bad home, as I did,
Mhm.
there's one house of your friends that you go to, and it's just fucking great. All
That's
the time.
house.
And that's the
Yeah.
place you want to live. That's Rachel and Greg's house.
Yeah.
It's great. They love everybody. They're welcoming to everybody. It's a little weird around Pride, but that's fine.
Honestly, that makes it better.
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
the other kids are like, "This is amazing."
yeah,
Well,
Gosh,
for
this
the
is embarrassing.
if they even come over.
yeah.
What other little kids?
But yeah, I think I've been what I was thinking about for this idea was sort of like the idea of how these mommy blogs present a like filter of like everything is perfect over what is inherently a chaotic existence.
Yes.
So I've been thinking about like maybe an outside observer sees the world and it's a hellscape, and then you come down and it's this like kind of perfect idyllic like home with like
There's cookies.
yeah, there's cookies.
Yeah.
There's always cookies. I think that what is good about the world and what is bad, what is apocalyptic about the world, maybe runs right through here, and like eliminating one eliminates the other, and vice versa.
Yeah. Do you, so I know this I know this fact. You do not know this about yourself.
I don't know this about myself.
Is this something that
We're gonna talk.
Yeah, I'd love to. I
Yeah.
was gonna ask if you had a preference on like how you wanted that to be approached. Like, do you want it to be something that my character knows and is not supposed to tell, or something that they just like have been told not to say? Like, I don't know if you have any preferences. Otherwise, I'm sure Clara will tell me.
I think
I was gonna like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to spoil this game a little bit. Just a little.
yeah, I think there's something preventing you from telling, whether that is an
Like, I
external
physically
character.
can't.
Whether there's an external character who's like, hey, don't do this, or it's just like it gets stuck in your throat when you try. You could sort of figure out what's most interesting. To you.
But it is like a.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Yeah, you
Love
probably you can't or you probably shouldn't, and like there are probably gaiuses intact. You are a magical being essentially, and those always come with strings attached. So it may be as simple as that.
And this makes it easy because then I have another one that says they are at heart a good and righteous person. You must help them stay that way, and I can just do that. If you're cool with that. Is that something that's interesting to you?
No,
or would you
yeah, I
rather have
mean-
something else.
Bastion obviously has a hard time seeing that.
Yeah. Do you want that to be our
I think-
dynamic?
I like the idea that we are working together. I wasn't in whatever way that is.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey, you don't suck.
You're probably the first person to tell Bastion, other than Mom, and you, that he's not a weirdo.
Well, I didn't say that you weren't a weirdo. I just said that you were a good person.
But being weirdo is a good thing, so it's kind of that like you're not a weirdo, or you are a weirdo.
I'm
but, like,
also
that's
a
not
weirdo,
bad
it's
part.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is. I've done all my history.
Yeah, so does everyone have ties? I feel like you don't have as many ties. You do.
No, I got one with Bastian, then I had one over here with Rachel, helping me with the spell, and then it was just Michael. That's probably who you're thinking of. They had one, I think, with me. I was having a hard time trying to pick from this
You can also kind of make one up if you don't like what's on the list. The list is a good crutch.
list. Because some of them just don't make sense for our relationship, I think. I had put in, they encourage you to indulge in your temptation. Ask them why. And this could be interesting just because you're not the smartest. So maybe there's something about you helping me with my glory streak.
I think that they are they're like a kind of a goody two shoes, but not like a legal goody two shoes. They're like a moral goody two shoes, if that makes sense.
But
they're also like,
you'll also be like, no, let's help unhoused people.
well, I'll do crime that's moral.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta save that person. That's just what you have to do. You're like always encouraging someone to be, encouraging them to be like,
stealing from a big corporation doesn't matter.
to be the superhero that they can be, even though it's like,
Right.
Oh
So,
my God,
but I
you're
also
Captain
think
America.
she's kind of like maybe just a little bit like she's real supportive. So she's like, go for it. You got this is so cool. This is so how can I help you? Like
Amazing.
oh god, you're an enabler.
but it fully might be a thing where I don't know how you'd like to kind of like have that exist if you want it to be a thing where like they are an enabler, or if it's cool for it to be kind of like a they don't realize that they are
I love
doing
you. Yeah.
something, like telling you to do stuff that's
Yeah.
kind of shitty, because
Yeah.
that could turn out later and
Yeah.
be like a drama thing where it's
Yeah.
like I mean, I didn't realize you were doing all this.
It's kind of morally
Like,
ambiguous. I'm so sorry. I love that.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
I have one more tie I need
Tell
to
me.
establish.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to establish a tie-in from my direction with Logan. Logan.
Yeah.
Logan Julian.
I'm gonna kind of like twist this in a new direction. It says a distant relation. Tell them exactly what. I think in the original Rachel show there was a hex type, and you're like child, sibling, cousin, like you are related to them somehow,
Okay.
but in a way that is not immediately apparent when the show begins.
Mhm.
And I'll sort of like you and Clara can figure that out. But you are like the descendant.
I'm the next
character.
generation of
Yeah.
that, so to speak. When
Yeah.
they have like my whatever person, whoever my tie is, did not want to come back for the reboot.
Yeah.
have-
They won the Oscar.
Honestly,
They
yeah.
went on to be really successful.
He actually got a spin-off in California,
Yeah.
like that was set in California and stuff, and
So that she could move to Hollywood.
yeah, they were still for some reason shot in Vancouver, but it did take place in California.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I had given players some touchstone like allies they can kind of lean into if they wanted to. And so there is a witch from your backstory, and there is a witch friend you have, but we can always link them together because witches work in covens.
It could just be a thing where you're from the same coven or something. It's just like you have a link to that person that is profound.
Yeah.
And that I probably don't know about because I'm burying a lot of things in memory.
I realize I haven't done a lot for my list.
I have some for you to know, but also because you don't have a lot, like Bastian didn't have a lot of friends, like it was a little easier to be like,
Yeah, I mean, like one of them is the hunter was there when you were summoned.
yeah.
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 But I will DM you because I have one that I think you'll like.
Okay.
So
And then I was trying to think of one because we haven't done one that ties from my end to you.
yeah.
And I was thinking this one could be kind of fun. Is you saved my ass when shit went down? How?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Well, you decided to enter the school like spring sing and do one of your songs. And the song is great, but the effects that it had on the audience. Yeah. The effects that it had on the audience, I could notice some things might go off the rails if you actually had to go do the actual performance. So in rehearsal, I might have found a way to get you kicked out of the show.
Oh, that's so sad.
I'm so sorry. For you and everyone's good.
No. Because the song would have been a disaster, even though it's not a bad song.
No.
It wasn't the song
was
that
beautiful.
was the problem.
Yep.
You gotta stop writing songs that you hear in your dreams.
Yeah, I just imagine it felt like, I don't know, I was thinking of like
Oh,
Scott Pilgrim like moment where it's like
It was one that
wrong.
I did not remember had come to me in a dream.
Yeah.
It just like it came to me one day.
It just
and
felt like inspiration.
Like, this tune has been stuck in my head all week and I do not know where it's from. And then you did, and then it was bad.
Demon song.
Demon song. Just give me like metal vibes. But
Yeah.
I feel like you're not a metal kid. Like,
No, it's an emo. It's like it
I am
actually seems
absolutely-
really innocuous and sweet, but it's definitely like a song for
Yeah.
destruction.
this next song is called I Am So Sad. So very, very sad.
Because of my own songwriting abilities in real life, we're just gonna go closer to the Conor Oberst style. That like bright eyesy kind of
Yes,
sad.
yes.
Okay, good to know. I've dated a Bastion apparently.
Mhm.
That's fine. Everything's
Yup.
fine here.
Yup.
How are you?
Yup.
And that's entirely because I feel like I've written myself into the corner where I have to write a song, and I don't know how to write. certain
Only if
songs.
you want to. I tend to I like when players bring in things like that to the table, but I do not require it because as a person who's playing a bard in a D&D game, I refuse to sing. I'm a stand-up comedy bard. Can you imagine?
Is
That'd
this
be
thing
so
on?
good.
Is
That
this
would be
thing on?
amazing. Can you imagine what the vicious mockeries are like?
Terrible. I'm not a good comedian.
Honestly, the one thing in the D&D movie I was a little bummed at is no vicious mockery scene.
I have so many notes. About it. It's fine. We're
Oh my
not
God,
going to
I
get
love
into
you,
it right
nerds.
now.
Oh my God.
I love that movie so much. But
I just had such a
wanted
good
one
time. I
vicious
just was
mockery.
like, I'm releasing expectation.
I am, but also I'm a nerd, so I must overanalyze everything that I watch.
I love you.
It happens in my brain. My brain does that. Anyway, with that, I think we're actually pretty much done with all the histories. We can always, off camera, do even more, as one should do when they're excited about their characters. Is kind of, I want people to have characters that they are excited about and want to make playlists and write fan fiction and do fan art of their own stuff. Because you should, because that's what's important. Sloan is tearing down the set as we speak.
I'm just gonna write a bunch of like episode descriptions of the original show.
I'm obsessed with that because remember, because we talked about stuff. So I think that,
I did the fighting one where we can
Right,
take each
right,
other
right,
in a fight. So I feel like we're very good friends. We're very competitive.
We're good. I'm interested. I gotta establish like how I came into, because like I came through here.
Listen.
And then how did we meet? You know.
I love the Castiel. You showed up and you're like, I'm here for you, and everyone's like, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we also know each other because
Yeah.
I'm constantly like
mutual
assisting.
friend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe, there was a concert or something at you said you worked at like the local like queer bar drag
I work
venue.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anywhere we need.
Gonna make a Peppa Pig reference. And
I
I
no one was
fully
gonna
work
get it.
everywhere.
because
So sorry.
you're a janitor, right?
among
Or
many other
sometimes.
things.
Michael is everything.
I'm everything that people don't ask questions about.
Everyone's like,
bartender.
Michael has like 50 side hustles.
I imagine it's like
I'm
that
really-
guy in The Proposal who's like the go-go dancer, but he's also like the guy who gets your leg.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah,
you know,
I know exactly.
you know,
what you're
yeah.
talking about,
For the
You write Michael Mondays on the blog.
They're so bad at writing.
they're so
They're
bad at
so bad
writing.
at writing. The spirit is there though.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you take photos for the blog sometimes, and it's like your thumbs in them.
Yes.
they're blurry.
And, like, they're blurry, and like they're most like you try to do so like you. We're kind of like time period like neutral, but like if you did selfies, it's mostly like this angle.
I literally take selfies like that. Like on my Instagram.
Shots have been fired. But yes,
Like I want to know how you found out about your magic, because like how did that happen? There's so many layers. There's so many possibilities.
Yes.
The possibilities are
I
endless.
kind of feel like we've known just my entire life that this is gonna happen.
For you, but like
Yeah.
how did we all get connected?
But like I was gonna say, like you could be their gardener at one point and be like, I'm just excellent.
Maybe I'm the first person to question how I see you everywhere.
Oh.
I'm the first person who's like, why
who
do
noticed?
you are new to the town and I don't know why I see you everywhere. And no one else has wondered, but I know.
So interesting.
I will say again,
Backstory,
Summerfield is
backstory.
like small enough to be Stars Hollow and also somehow big enough to like have enough people who don't question that stuff.
Which is still somehow Stars Hollow.
Which is also still somehow Stars Hollow.
It's beautiful.
Stars
We
Hollow
love
has whatever you
Summerfield.
need.
Summerfield.
Oh god, I can't wait for the bad musical episode.
It's like how the town in Stranger Things went from like a really small town to then they had like an enormous mall that was secretly a Soviet base of operations.
And
like,
then also that town got huge by the 4x4 season.
Yeah.
I was like, where did all these people come from?
it's Indianapolis.
Well, when you
now.
need a
It's
body
called
count,
budget.
When you need a body count, you gotta like
you gotta
listen.
go bigger.
Sometimes towns expand to fit the destruction we need,
Correct.
and
Also-
no one questioned it ever.
Sometimes you get more money from the first season than the fourth season.
What?
That's
what?
also true. Listen,
Only for a handful of shows. Anyway,
I'm gonna
yay,
say this-
standing with the writers.
yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. This show has as much of a budget as a great effects budget and a terrible, terrible set deck budget. Because that's what the '90s shows really had.
God.
They were all kind of green.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who noticed they were all kind of like this weird green yellow color?
Depends on your TV and your resolution.
No, I know, but like, never mind. I feel like so many of those shows were weirdly yellow.
Supernatural is weirdly green and blue.
Yeah, no, but like
Buffy
Buffy
is very
weirdly.
colorful.
Yeah.
No, but
the
Buffy's
Buffy's-
also weirdly yellow.
No. Well,
No.
depends on if you're watching the OG or if you're watching the stuff that's been remastered, but we do not need to get into that
We do
right
not need to get
now.
into that. We do actually need to wrap up
Uh-huh.
this session.
Let's talk
zero.
about what aspect ratio this show is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother thing. And
It's
also
important.
because
We
they
did
went
a-
through and cleaned it up, and it's
Oh.
it's actually the colors are not what they were
The
originally.
original's 4:3, but now we're at like a 1.
When we do the flashback, we will be streaming in 4:3. Kimmy will kill
Fuck
me.
yes.
Oh.
Yes. Can
Um,
we? Yeah. Can we also do it in analog? Can we do it in 240p? Can we stream in 240p?
Put like a filter over it.
Yeah.
Well, Kimmy might kill us, but I'm.
Kimmy, can we
down.
stream in 240p? I know you're listening.
I've
like,
gone
no,
to bed.
not anymore.
All right. Anyway, with that, I think we've sort of wrapped up our session 0 of this, because if we keep going, it's going to get very long. And we've kind of reached. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to bring in for their.
Oh, I fully
character
thought
stuff.
we were gonna do like a morning's like a.
I was,
wake
but
up.
it's 10 o'clock, and I've actually, and it works very nicely to start our first episode of the game on our first episode.
Yeah.
I know. It's
I just need you to know
crazy.
every week I'm going to add a new attractive fact about Greg. This like the thing I'm going to do.
I
Hottest man
cannot.
alive.
I'm already so happy for this.
Well,
Maybe
and
I'm
Greg
very
was
anxious.
played by like a teen heartthrob in the 90s,
Yeah.
like in the 90s, 2000s, and he somehow just got hotter.
Yeah.
Who was the
Uh,
guy who played in the original Buffy and then was in Riverdale later? And then in
Oh.
he played Archie's dad.
Oh.
is
Luke
he?
was Luke Perry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the Buffy movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Love of my life.
I
Rest in
I
peace,
may or
Luke
may
Perry.
not know a lot about Buffy.
Crazy that.
I know.
I have a candle
Insane.
for Luke.
But yes, but I'm down for every time you show up, be like, and Greg is also somehow a gourmet chef as well, and also does this. I will say I do have. What did I say his job was?
You did give him a very good job.
I did give him a job. Why didn't I write it down in a place I can see?
I'm gonna look it up
Did I
right now.
message you about it?
You did.
I did.
Yeah. I just gotta-
Oh, he. Oh nope. He has an arch nemesis though. I forgot I had added the arch nemesis.
Wasn't that
Is that
part
like
of
a neighbor
the-
or something?
The love triangle situation?
No, that
Oh.
too. No, Greg's
He's-
arch nemesis.
He's
are
the event
neighbor.
coordinator for the Summerfield Historical Association.
That's his actual.
Oh,
No, he loves a balloon.
God,
art.
I am never
A
been more in love with the
balloon
fictional
art.
human.
He's hot and normal, which is what we all should aspire
We all
to
should
be.
aspire to it. Hot and normal. Yeah, he
I
loves.
love the balloon arch.
He loves a balloon arch. He's always. It's my excuse for you guys to go to the
He
like
must have
weird
like the
events
best like
that Stars
punch
Hollow
recipes
has.
and stuff. Like I imagine.
To be
Yeah.
honest, he may be where you found out that you could get those weird projectors for your house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you could order them on those like event like when you get those. Oh,
Wow.
you're taking me back to like my associate student body days where I used to plan like all those
Are
events
you
and
both
like
on the
looking through.
PTA?
Greg is.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
How old is everybody?
42.
42,
21.
21.
I think I'm 26, 25, 26, right? I think yeah,
Like
26.
college, you're like post grad age.
26.
You're ageless.
I'm definitely ageless, but I'm also like
Presenting wise,
Yeah.
how old do you present?
24.
Go for it.
I'm gonna say 24.
Awesome. Means you can get into bars and you'll still get carded. What did I say? for
No,
Greg. Oh, I did say.
I can't have state identification.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna be
No one
25.
questions you. They just let you in.
Sorry, I know I waffled on that, but I just remember auditioning for MTV shows back in the day, and you have to they cut you off at 25.
There you go.
I just feel like
Uh,
for no apparent reason.
yes. Greg does have mundane enemies. They are listed. They have names, but the description says PTA powerhouse parents because
Oh,
I love my nonsense, and I love the idea of Rachel having fought evil and Greg's arch nemesis just being the guy who mows his lawn slightly nicer than him.
God, I love that. I love that for Greg.
The one woman who always brings in like her lemon bars or someone always really good and really popular in the town.
It's my lemon bar recipe is perfect, and Greg is always trying to perfect his chocolate chip cookie recipe
Yeah.
in response.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big sales are a big deal.
Can I
Ivy
bu-
and Rowan are constantly embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yes, Ivy and Rowan are the other two daughters. Ivy is 16 and aggressively normal, and Rowan is 12 and kind of a baby witch. And when we get to season 3, Rowan will be a very important character.
And that will never come up, and that will never bite anyone in the ass later anyway.
Not going to be a problem ever.
I thought we were getting canceled.
Who knows?
I was planning on getting canceled.
Please try to cancel my show.
I'm canceling your show.
Kimmy, if you're listening, cancel us.
Don't cancel us.
I'm
we'll
gonna create a character who is such a mess.
Yes.
Here's the thing: you don't have to renew your contract for the next season. That's the realistic of it.
Oh.
Or Michael is played by a different actor the next season.
Oh my gosh.
Michael,
No explanation.
No explanation.
We
Everyone
love it.
Michael is played by a trans femme actor. I
Yeah.
do not have the full actor background. I gotta make an actor now.
You don't have to. Again, I love the meta of
Do you want an
this
actor
is a
name?
show.
Do you want an actor name?
Sure.
I'm gonna make
Constance.
No,
No?
I can't do Constance.
Okay. Chloe?
Chloe could work, I think.
Okay. Chloe Jeffords.
Chloe Jeffords.
Yeah.
I need a last name. Aiden.
Aiden. Okay.
Make Emily name
Aiden
it.
Bryce.
Aiden Bryce. There we go.
Aiden Bryce. I'm
Damn.
It's
obsessed
beautiful.
with the fact that this is now there is lore for the meta story that this is a show.
You told us that our characters could have off-screen moments where we were at what do they call it? Snacky?
At
Crafty?
Crafty.
Yeah.
I did. I said. I did. I did. I can't.
Clara, could we do?
Snacky from now on.
Can,
I
can we
am
do an
How
episode
did you
that's
spell
the actors?
I will see.
It's
Jefferds.
Because I know we did. Because we've talked about. I don't want to say this on camera. Hold on. Let's finish the show. We'll talk.
Okay, so my
This is the
character
episode.
name, my actor name is Bella Gemini.
Ooh.
I'm gonna fucking
Bella
fully
Gemini.
What's the episode of Supernatural
It's
where they
spelled
figure out their actors?
J-E-M-I, like,
Mhm.
We might. Who knows?
M-I-N-I.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Greg is played by a guy named Tank Burke. It's like Tank was like a name that he was a child actor.
Was
and
he in
took the name-
WWE?
No, he was a child actor. He took the name Tank when he was like 5 or 6 as a joke, and it stuck to him, and he's
Yep.
increasingly embarrassed about it.
Yep.
But he can't get away from it. He's Tank Burke, and he always will be. His
Well,
real name
part
is
of it-
Eric.
Well, part of it is that like SAG doesn't let you like you
Yeah.
can't have the repeats, and there was already a Derek Burke.
Yeah,
Yep.
So he was trying to come up with a
Derek
name, and we went with Tank, and now his
like
SAG card says Tank.
yeah. It's just Tank
So-
Burke.
In
Yeah,
a
That's
weird
hilarious.
reversal of how I am in real life, I don't think I would ever write fan fiction for our characters, but I will write fan fiction for our characters' actors.
I want to see the TMZ articles about these actors now.
Oh my gosh, the chaos on
The show
set.
gets canceled because the actors don't.
Who can't stand who? Who's been in a relationship for way too long?
Oh no.
This is amazing.
Aiden is definitely the one that tries to go on to do movies, but not successfully.
So sad.
Well, it's still early in Aiden's career.
Yeah.
What like this is a Riverdale-esque out of time period show.
This is his like
that's-
first breakout, and everyone's like, "Oh,
A Netflix show is your break. Netflix shows your breakout.
It happens.
He's
That
done
will.
like one-offs here and there, but this is the first show that's like
It's like Noah Centineo. His dad's like an executive, and they keep just trying to make him happen, and they keep putting him in every freaking movie that ever was.
Bro, it's
And
kind of
it's like-
suck to have to have that and you still can't.
It's like, I mean, they
Like,
literally
that's-
put him
It's
in
weird that
everything.
nepotism
That
doesn't
sucks.
work.
Yeah,
That sucks bad.
Yeah.
It's hard.
yeah.
I would say it doesn't work, but I've watched like every one of those Noah Centineo.
Of course,
rom-coms.
same.
I
But it's
don't
still- but
know
he's still-
who this person
Correct,
is.
but that's what I mean. Though he's still a who. That's what I'm talking about. It's like he could be in every freaking thing you've ever seen on Netflix, and people still do not know who he is.
No, but what is he in?
Correct. No, he's been in like so many things. He's in like
To all the boys,
all the boys, all the we loved before.
Oh, now I'm
That-
heartbroken. That's rough.
He did those
He was in the
three,
Fosters, but he was actually like the new Darren because he actually replaced someone else who
and
was on
then
the Fosters
he
back
was
in the day
in, there's like that
on
romance
ABC Family
Dumplin'?
/ Freeform.
What was it, Dumplin'? The one that was like Dolly Parton.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Dumplin'.
liked that one. That was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah,
Okay, I
I like
have a
that
vague, I have a vague idea of who this person is,
Yeah.
but now I feel real bad.
yeah.
I've come up with so much backstory for Autumn Westfield, the actress.
I'm like watching you out of the corner of my eye, just spinning it
Oh, I
out.
can
Yeah,
see
I
it.
keep
I know.
seeing
Just
like
It's curling out from you like
Yeah.
like equations
Yeah.
of reality.
I'm like
Yeah.
that like meme of the woman like looking around with like the math.
Yeah.
Yes.
I keep looking over
Fully.
and being like, I think Emily's bored. Then I look a little. I like actually looking. I'm like, oh no,
This is
Emily's
plotting.
She's plotting.
Anyway,
Emily's running the after show of this game where we just play. We do the actor talk back to the episode.
Oh,
That's a really good idea, though. It's a really good idea, though.
That's
The
hilarious.
act- It's
I
like
had to wrap
us
this
being
up. but Kimmy's
interviewed
gonna
and
kill me.
talking.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Thank you for.
how many layers of reality can we just like put on this thing?
Did some.
No, no, no,
That's fine.
nothing happened.
Anyway, I would like thank you so much to everyone who stuck around to listen to this, whatever it was. Thank you for watching our session 0 of The World Ends Thursday, a Monster of the Week campaign run by yours truly, Clara. This has been hopefully a portent of things to come. Blah, 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 blah. How do we do this? Oh yeah. I want to thank our chat mods for all of their hard work. You guys are excellent. I've watched you
you.
silencing and banning people left and right because we keep getting but you guys, without you, this show would be unbearable, I'm sure. Chat would be unbearable. But I have heard there are sexy singles in my area, so I would like to know.
What?
I miss the sexy singles.
Yeah.
I gotta wear that button next week. I do have
It
one.
me. But yes, so thank you to our chat mods. Also, thank you to our patrons who keep us ad-free and independent. It is because of you that we are able to play games that we enjoy without worrying about publishing companies or system popularity. This is a very popular system, but yeah, system popularity. And also, you make games that you help us enable us to play fun, weird games, which is always really good. And you can join the heroic ranks if you are not a patron at happyjacks.org/Patreon. I'm going to let the cast do their introductions and goodbyes.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, my name is Sloan. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me everywhere on the internet at artplebe, ARTPLEBE, except Instagram, where I'm art.plebe. That's me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the lovely Sloan. I'm so happy. And I'm Teri Gamble. You can find me, I'm they, she. You can find me on most of the internets at the Teri Gamble. There is a the there because it was easier to get all the handles that way. So you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Teri Gamble. And you can also follow my podcast. I do a weekly podcast. If you like scary things and creepy things, well, I do a horror podcast called Horror Movie Survival Guide. Every week we tackle a different film. This month, because it's Pride, and what? All our movies are gay.
Yay!
Yay! Super fun. So lots of really fun content this month. I love it. We did a little bonus little episode talking about Pride as well. So coming soon to our Patreon. So check that out. And if you're so inclined to stream TV, watch Mrs. Davis on Peacock. I play a nun. Very against type. Very against character. But it's great.
Yeah, but sacrilegious.
It is. I know. I thought I was gonna like go up in flames when I put on the habit, but it was so fun. So enjoy.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Sending
We're
it to you,
looking
dude.
at
Yeah, hello. I have been Blythe. My pronouns are he, they. You can find me on the internets at Twitter, Instagram, at the Blythe Kala. That is BLYTHEKALA. So the Blythe Kala. I am kind of chaotic over there, and a Spider-Man movie has just come out. So if you follow me on Twitter, that's,
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
that's
Are you
all
serious?
there is.
Is there a
Oh, you like
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man?
I know,
haven't
it's
seen
shocking.
anything about it.
No,
That's
Uh,
crazy.
haven't heard of it.
I don't actually know anyone who's into Spider-Man, so I don't know what to tell
That's
you.
Andrew Garfield,
Now,
right?
who's Spider-Man? Can you tell me?
Tobey Maguire.
Right. Yes. That's the one.
But I love Andrew Garfield, so that's a whole thing. But yeah, so if you want to see me talk about Across the Spider-Verse almost obsessively from
I like you said almost.
You know, I was trying to make it nice. From a trans like Latino experience, because that's what I've been all over the Twitter about. Yeah, Emily, what about you? Do you like Spider-Man?
So is Spider-Gwen trans? Because that's all I hear. That's what they're telling me. That's what the internet's
Oh,
telling me.
no.
I haven't
I
seen
mean,
the
I
movie.
think at
I
this
have-
point all Spider people are trans
Oh,
because
listen,
Peter Parker
yeah.
is my trans mascot
Okay,
icon
sure.
and has been for my entire
I mean,
life.
I had
I
like,
have thoughts on this. But
yeah,
we'll-
Spider-Gwen was my avatar for like the whole first like my secret trans identity for a long time. So,
I think that if you're trans, you have a spider person.
yes, absolutely. I just have a pitch for you. I know I'm supposed to say goodbye. I think that Bastian should have like a shitty car, and there should be a bumper sticker on it that says "Powered by the Apocalypse."
Why didn't I name the show that?
Yes.
Wow.
That's so good. No, that's exactly
Wait,
what it is.
actually,
Can
wait,
we
maybe that's
change
the original
the name?
show. Is that the original show?
Is the original show Powered by the Apocalypse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got there. We did it.
That's
Okay,
good
yep.
shit, man.
I definitely drive a Honda Civic.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can drive.
Nothing I say will ever. I don't think.
I don't need to drive.
Not only do you not need to drive, I don't think you can drive because I just don't think you can. Like,
I straight up just can't drive.
it's just one of those weird things.
Literally, it's like one of those things where it's like, do you remember that? Someone's like, do you remember when I tried to teach you how to drive? And it's just a smash cut to the two of them screaming in the car.
It's like you're going like 2 miles an hour screaming.
There definitely needs to be like a scene where you need to get somewhere, so you like steal a child's bike and you're like hunched
Yes.
over, pedaling
Man is
furious,
not made to move at these breakneck speeds.
They're sorry, I'm getting distracted by my character.
Listen.
No, I'm being selfish. No.
Listen.
You're not being selfish. You're being
It's never selfish if we're riffing. I am and have been. I am Emily St. James, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm Emily St. James. You can find me, my pronouns are she, her. You can find me on the internet at Emily St. Jams everywhere.
Good shit.
It's I realized I could take the E out of it and become St. Jams, and I was like, that's pretty good. You can I have all sorts of exploits that I've been up to, but most proximately this week I'm going to talk about a book I wrote a couple years ago called Monsters of the Week, the complete critical companion to the X-Files. If you don't care about the X-Files, there's no reason to get this book, but I just like
It's
Write
actually
a book about the X-Files?
yes,
I did.
it's good.
Yeah, I did.
Did my roommates know that you wrote a book about these?
I think they do now.
They must.
Unless they've stopped watching.
Please buy the
gonna-
paperback. The hardcover's under my dead name, but the paperback is under my like old last name, which I
that's
don't
good to
feel weird shit about. But like, yeah, that's a thing you can get from me, Emily St. James, or Emily St. Jams if you're on the internet.
Shit.
What?
It is a good
Okay,
book.
I'm
My
writing
friend
it
has
down.
a copy, and I read Emily's sections are the best sections.
Thank you.
Yes,
goodness.
endorsement.
Yes. And I am Clara. I'm all over the internet as clearly_golden, unless you're into mermaids, in which case you can find my mermaid Instagram is mermaid_clarity. Theoretically, it is getting warm enough that I can do stuff again, provided I have the time to do so. Otherwise, Twitter is the best place to find out what I'm up to, unless I have fallen into a hole, which also sometimes happens, and I forget that I
An oubliette?
I get into the oubliette, and then I forget that I have Twitter. But yeah, you can also find me over at Queen's Court Games playing the All Night Society, which is a Vampire the Masquerade actual play. I don't
Hell
run
yeah.
it. I cannot roll worth shit. I am reminded of it constantly. And this is my penance for that, I guess. It's also why I'm running a game that I don't have to roll for. Crazy.
I'm
But
so
yeah,
excited to roll dice for this. I'm just really excited. I wish you were playing already.
I'm not gonna lie, the
Amazing.
clicky-clacky math rocks are why I love being able to come back to the studio, because
I'm really excited.
The joy.
I want to play it.
But yes, I'm so sorry that I fully just edged, like TTRPG edged Sloan.
Hey, the character creation and world creation, just as fun.
Would you like
Yes.
to roll a die just to get it out of your system?
Yes.
Okay. Would everyone like to roll a die just to get it out of your systems? You're not going to get it out of your systems. It's like a single hit. Have your single hit.
Depending on what I was rolling, that would be all right.
What'd you roll?
I got a 5,
Oh, that's good.
which is pretty good. Out of 6?
mixes
Out
it
of
up.
5?
Out of
2,
two
6?
Mix success, yeah. What'd you get?
Oh, I didn't roll.
Roll.
I rolled these. These are not, I don't know what's
What
about.
the heck are those dice?
I don't know. They're
They're
cool
very
though.
special. Do you want?
I had some
They're
out.
like
I can-
Klingon dice in front of me, and in front of Teri, and I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I love them. Whatever they are.
Dave, what are they?
They're really cool looking. I got a 5.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I didn't roll 2. I should roll
You gotta roll 2d6.
Oh, I got a 6 and a 11.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
I
What?
forgot how to math for a second.
Blythe, name a like kind of crappy Spider-Man girlfriend. Not a great one. Not
really
Mary
do.
Jane or Gwen. Just one of the other ones.
Felicity?
Yeah, great, perfect. I rolled a 6, which means that Felicity is the character that Autumn Westfield played in the Spider-Man films. And
That's
just-
rough, buddy.
just,
She
yeah.
never got to be Black Cat.
Wow.
That just never went that
It's
far.
it.
Never
No,
got
yeah,
that far.
she was in the movies. They were like, she's gonna be Black Cat, and then they were like, we're going in a different direction.
They'd actually
Literally-
rebooted the series again right before they got
Literally
to
what
her.
happened to the girl who played Jyn Erso in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Ah,
Because she was set up to play Black Cat and didn't get to because they never got a third movie.
That's upsetting. Anyway,
I don't know anything about Spider-Man.
join us with that. You can join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, I'm sorry. Same spider time, same spider channel. For our next session, which will be session 1. You can catch up on
It's
past
Felicia. I messed it
episodes. You can catch up on past episodes by visiting happyjacks.org/World Ends Thursday. And if you want to find any of the other APs on the Happy Jacks network, you can also find them on happyjacks.org. But yeah, with that, I think we're ready to leave y'all.
That's me. I gotta push a
Yeah,
button.
you gotta
for
push
that.
a button. So thank you so much, and
Bye.
we'll see you next week for God, who knows what.
Bye.
Bye.
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse.